All right, everybody, welcome back to Act 2 of Alien the RPG, where apparently we look real cool and throw gang signs around because I don't think any of you are on camera right now. I'm just going to point out.
Oh, no.
We're setting up for future.
Yeah, we're just going to sit here for the Zoom.
We'll get there. So welcome back to Gen Con Game Night, where Gen Con and our kind of extended family of people who are hosts on our other streaming shows, partners, our general friends and stuff like that are going to come on and we're going to play games. We're going to rotate through players. We're going to rotate through games. This week and next week as well, we're playing Alien the RPG, as you can probably see. It is a fun, scary adventure. And why don't we meet who we're playing with this week? We have Emma, who wears her sunglasses at night so she can spy on her girlfriend. We have Javion, who totally remembers everything that happened last time in exquisite detail and will be happy to tell us in a moment.
I took notes.
We have Markus playing the role of Joe Louie, who is unfortunately sick this week. He is very sad that he couldn't make it. So there's going to be probably some cascading swapping of characters. And then we have Banzai, who is extremely dressing up like a dock worker now, I think.
Yes.
That's what's going on?
That's what I'm Doc. I'm not Doc. I'm Rye. Rye. Fred.
Are you a doctor now?
No, I'm not Doctor.
Dr. Ryan?
I'm Dr. Rye.
Did you play one on TV?
Totally. Trust me, Internet. I'm a doctor.
So am I playing a character within a character because I'm playing Joe and Wilson?
Yeah, you have to play
Okay, so I gotta
Wilson
really-
as Joe would
You have
do
to be
it.
as
Okay,
amazing
okay.
You have to
and
be
knowledgeable.
It's like what we're talking about table takes, where we want Tom Holland and Chris Pratt
Yeah.
to play their characters in the
playing
Marvel
that.
movies playing D&D.
Okay, I like this. This is really meta. I'm into this. Let me just...
All the meta.
That's too much.
So, first,
Hoo-ah.
let's just kind of go over like the table rules again. If everybody remembers, you all have a pink card that is going to function as your X card. This is a horror game. I do want to make you a little creeped out as much as I can, but I still want you to have fun. We all want to enjoy the time at the table. So if anything is getting too much for you, you can hold up the pink card and we'll fade to black, move on, we'll figure it out. We've discussed some lines we might not necessarily want to cross prior to the stream.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that if something comes up, you can change your mind. If the situation is just getting too much for you, let us know. We can take a break, we can fade to black, we can move on, all that kind of stuff. Further, remember that I am somewhat new to these rules. I've read them, I've run them a couple of times. We're all new to rules. If you forget something, if you have a question, you're not sure about anything, you haven't played this yet, ask. Again, this is not a competitive table. We're not here to prove who knows the rules better than anybody else. We're here to have fun. That also means that sometimes I'm just going to decide what I think is fair. I might ask your opinion on it, but we're going to do it and then move on. And if we need to look it up later, or if chat is like, hey, Derek, you messed up that rule, we might come back to it and fix it later. But we're not going to dwell in it in the kind of the moment. Okay?
Awesome.
Also, I'm not a huge stickler for phones. I know a couple of you have your phones out. You're very likely going to be in chat kind of talking with people. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you're paying attention when your character is actually in a scene.
Yes.
So you can kind of pick up and we can keep things rolling.
What?
Yes.
Don't
Excellent,
do that.
excellent choice. Good job demonstrating the not thing to do.
What were you talking about?
Yeah. I think that's it for like table rules and everything.
Yes.
To review how the mechanics work, the general rule for most stuff we're going to need to worry about is you have an attribute, you have a skill, you want to do something, you pick two of those, you put them together, roll that many dice. If you get a 6, you succeeded. Simple as that.
Huzzah.
If you did not get a 6, you did not, and you can push yourself. You can take 1 point of stress to roll all of your dice that did not succeed again.
And we all were absolutely tracking stress.
Yes,
All of us.
we'll get to that in a moment. Yes, so those are the basic mechanics. When you start accumulating stress, you also add a different die color to your pool. Those are your stress dice. 6s still succeed, so stress helps you succeed, but any 1s will result in very fun situations for me. We'll just leave it at that for now.
One's on the stress dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So always roll for ones.
Correct.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions about the basic mechanics? Doesn't sound like it.
At the moment, no.
Okay, well, if stuff comes up, let us know. And now is the part where I have learned to always make a player Explain what happened last time you were together.
I got it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I was here the whole time. I remember everything.
You were.
Okay.
So there was a spaceship. There
Yep.
were aliens, maybe. Wink. Someone may or may not have been some kind of robot. And there was a tunnel, I think, that you went into.
What?
And maybe
No.
some coffee.
Yeah, there was a ton of.
Did someone have coffee?
Okay, so we're just gonna.
This is
There's
plot.
coffee.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold up a pink card. We're gonna rewind a little bit. So that didn't actually happen.
Nope.
So, does anybody remember what did happen last time?
Well, I remember I got real scared at the end. That's what I remember. It was a really gross
I
thing
remember what happened in the beginning. We were traveling.
Can you explain it chronologically?
We were traveling to Homeworld, Settlers World, something.
Sutter's World.
Sutter's World. close.
Sutters. Very
And we were in cryo sleep. We woke up, went to get off on the planet and get our paychecks.
Yep.
But the planet was gone.
That's true. The planet was gone.
The planet was nowhere to be found.
It was supposed to be there, wasn't there?
It was supposed to be there.
I mean, technically, I think you weren't where the planet was, as
Yeah, but
opposed
there
to
was
it
no
exploded.
way for us to know that. In a universe where planets probably do explode from time to time. We
Yeah.
weren't sure what had happened. We figured some stuff out. All of a sudden, we saw a signal. Nothing was there. But then a huge spaceship blinked into existence and almost crushed us to death. But Davis did an amazing job at piloting the ship, made sure we didn't crash, and then did a sweet, no-scope 360
Oh, God.
turnaround to,
Kiss the ships.
Kiss the ships.
I
Made
love
the
the
ships
idea
kiss.
that a no-scope turn suggests that there's a scope turn. It implies the existence of the scope driving method.
Blindfolded.
Yes.
Okay, so you found a ship.
Yeah.
You
We got new
managed to
orders.
not get run over by it.
We
You
didn't
got new
do that,
orders.
yeah.
What were those orders?
Those orders were to investigate a signal. Then we got a signal. And it was like, okay, that signal probably came from that thing. And then we looked up. It was a ship.
Yep.
So now we had to go on the we had to go on the ship, and then we got on the ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
From Mother, who is totally always has our best interests. at
Yes.
heart.
Mother knows best.
Yep. So what were your new priorities? Do you recall? In
Well,
order?
Yes. Recover data samples.
Yep.
Escort the ship that
Yep.
we just found to data and samples. Escort the ship that we just found to Anchorhead, or any really close by
Yep.
outpost. And then after save the crew members.
Great.
If any, which we found out there were
Great.
Yep.
once we got on the ship.
So you boarded the ship.
Yep.
There were some hijinks involved with that, but you
Yeah.
got aboard.
I got a sweet axe.
Cham is the
I got
captain.
$5.
Two crew members may have bet who can launch themselves into the void faster.
For
or further.
$5.
For
$5.
Yeah.
For $5 space dollars.
It worked.
Totally didn't die.
And then you got on the ship.
Yeah.
And you found that it had these weird fungal spores on it.
Yep.
Yep.
It was a dead body.
There was a dead
It
body.
was all
that-
stretchy. It was all Stretch Armstronged.
Oh yeah.
They
with
committed
that.
suicide.
Ugh. Looks like some violent altercations happened on the bridge.
The radiation room was open. It was no good.
Something had been on fire. It was still sparking. Probably not going to explode the whole ship.
So bad stuff happened on the ship. Power came on. Half of
itself.
you think power came on mysteriously.
By itself.
The other half think the other two people totally brought it back online like they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yep. They turned the power
Yeah,
back
sure.
on.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That was you. You
willing
turned
to
the power
believe
back
that.
on.
We
Yeah.
turned the power
Oh,
back
yeah,
on.
we did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, not you.
Not you.
We
Rye and
We-
I.
The
Miller
the
and
two of you-
Rye. You
Miller
were
and
Miller
Rye.
Rye.
We
Miller
sound like
and
a
Rye.
beer company, don't you?
Wow.
realize that?
So,
Miller and Rye.
in other news,
Yes.
the power came on mysteriously.
Yes.
You started to clear out the air filtration system
I'm all by myself.
by burning off the fungal spores.
Yep. By
Also
burning- setting-
in the high oxygen, high pressure spaceship.
Well, not high oxygen yet because the air filters are bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
We're
So
getting
I
there.
have to. I'm doing
lot
my
of
job,
fire in
man.
this
Okay.
spaceship.
There is. You haven't even gotten to the cargo bay where you can get the napalm.
Ooh, I
so
want napalm.
you were repairing the piloting console. if I
Yeah, by
remember
taking
correctly.
the other one apart.
Yep. At which point, the computer reported that the cryopods were about to open.
And then they did.
Yep.
And I believe all of you, except for Rye,
Yep.
went to the cryopods.
Yeah.
You found,
Blessings.
bless you, you found
Oh, excuse me.
several members of the crew of the Cronus in cryo sleep.
Yeah.
Put them in suits.
Yes, they woke up, you put them in suits. brought them to the medical bay.
To get him checked out.
And authority was questioned.
Yeah, there was a
There was a
little,
very
little bit of
mean
jockeying.
Marine.
No command.
Yeah,
Yep,
one of them was a
little-
big jerk.
little
Really
mean
mean
Marine. And
Ask
then
questions.
one of them developed a headache. Would you like to describe?
No, I don't want to describe it. That was awful.
Would
It was
anybody
so
else like to
bad.
describe what happened when the headache was
There
evidenced?
was eyeballs exploding.
Oh,
and
forgot
teeth
about that.
Shredding and head
The sound of this
splitting.
going on.
Okay.
Yep. So an eyeball popped out, and some weird little creature thing pulled itself out of someone's head and
Yeah.
face.
That
So
happens.
bad.
The scientist's head and face, I think.
Yeah.
And
You
I
dead,
believe
probably.
we cut at the point where everybody started screaming.
Yeah.
Should we come back?
Oh, but the crew was acting weird. Like we were all trying to help, and they were very
Angry.
Back offish.
Just
Yeah, they were
so
kind of.
angry.
So do
like
I
they
hear
knew.
them scream over the intercoms? Is my question.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Never mind.
Like,
I'm gonna turn my
honestly,
into it.
there's a reasonable chance that you have like headphones on and your
Oh.
music is blaring,
Well, what kind of
and
list
like
music
there's
are
an
you listening
alien
to?
just right behind you, basically.
No.
Vaporwave.
No.
Dun, dun,
What do you mean alien? There's no
dun.
aliens. It's just a fungal infection. I got this.
Yep, just a fungal infection.
Just a fungal infection.
Oh.
Some
Also-
Dr. Bonners will take care of that.
I don't know this, Wilson, but you have my coffee, quote unquote.
I have your coffee.
Yeah.
You're Davis, correct?
Yes.
Interesting.
It's interesting. What is that
So,
supposed to mean?
it
Nothing.
is worth noting that unfortunately, I believe none of you followed the instructions from last episode and wrote down your current stress level.
I did.
I memorized.
Do you see
it.
this?
No faith.
How much
in
stress did you
Derek.
have?
Oh no, I did write it. It's on the
Difference
back
in
of
the back
here.
of this too, yeah.
Oh shoot! It's more than
I got
you
new
thought.
stress
You
after
were gonna give me
seeing
two,
that
but
new
I actually.
thing.
I
got
wasn't
three.
holding gang symbols.
Here
I was
you go.
showing you how much
Here's
stress
two.
I have.
It's okay. I have this.
How much do you have? Are you okay?
I followed instructions.
3?
To
You
the
followed
T.
instructions. You just forgot that you had and couldn't find it. How
Two
much you have?
stress, please.
Great.
Your
So,
finest stress.
great.
Your finest stress.
I would like to suggest that the situation that has just occurred
That's why I got new stress.
is extremely stressful.
I think you gave us stress for that
You
already.
did.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
So
you
I
did.
can't double down again?
No.
I'm pretty sure you
Because we were
gave
like,
us all the
oh,
stress.
Rye isn't in here, so Rye
Okay.
doesn't get the
I
stress.
didn't. I already.
that-
I didn't get any stress.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I said.
Great.
I got my headphones on. Don't worry about it.
So, why don't we? It sounds like in chat, like not everybody was there when we. I don't think we actually mentioned who's playing what again.
Oh.
So why don't we go through that real quick?
Who's who? What does that mean?
Who's the captain of the U.S. CSS Montero?
That's me. I'm the captain.
Miller
What's your
is the
name?
captain.
Miller.
Okay.
Officer.
Okay.
Captain Miller.
How would you describe how your character looks and acts?
I am a very rough, like very chiseled, very like gruff
Like lantern
man.
jaw? Lantern jaw?
What? I don't know what that means. Lantern
Square.
jaw.
Big square jaw.
Yes, a
Yeah.
big square jaw. And I have like a little. I have a jacket with a patch on the shoulder. From Wayland Yutani. I think that's the company that we work for.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a very classic company that's known for its pro-employee policies.
And I've got very
Pro.
rigid posture.
Okay.
You know, and I'm always talking down to people.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's a good trait to have.
Yeah, great trait.
Who are you?
I am playing Wilson, tall, dark, and company man. Very, very ambitious. He has, kind of looks like I'm looking at this image, kind of dark curly hair, a nice like it looked like it was a well-trimmed beard at one point, but through
Cryo sleep.
yeah, it kind of gets a little scruffy. And I am 43 years old. That's all I really know about this character.
Chat would like you to know that you have a nice shirt.
Oh,
Is this, where's the camera?
And I would like you to know that Joe is watching you, so you better do a good job.
Okay, Joe, I want to say something to you right now. I saw a bumper sticker on the back of your car when I was driving behind you, and I wanted to talk to you about how cool I think you are. So I think you're great, and I hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Joe is very cool. It's true.
I was so glad he was here. I'm sad that he's gone.
Hey,
It'll be a little weird because next week it will be Markus and Joe. So
And not me.
we're both playing Wilson
Be
next
dead.
week.
Everyone switch chairs.
We have to get a
Change
Joe,
places.
we're gonna get that big sweater.
Davis is 27 years old, hard living, hard rocking, maybe a little dark circles under the eyes, very a little bit twitchy, kind of.
that why you're wearing sunglasses this week?
Yeah, it's dark. It's bright in space. Okay, I gotta
bright in
block
space.
the many lights coming from the stars. They dazzle my
That doesn't make
eyeballs.
any sense whatsoever.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, adrenaline junkie, pedal to the metal, loves to take very calculated risks that are always
Sure.
the right choice.
I would,
to make.
just to clarify for Davis, I don't think shouting a number while you do something risky counts as calculating it.
7.
Do it! So just like $5 and then launching into the void does not count as calculating.
$5.
Pretty good.
$5.
$5. You stole me.
Finally,
I'm Rai. I am a androgynous-looking person of mixed ethnicity with wavy hair. I look tired. I am very grumpy. Nobody appreciates me. Davis always bumps into me drunk. The captain never listens to me. I don't know what the corporate guy is here for. I don't get paid enough.
I was not drunk, okay? I'm high on life.
Among other things.
You need to go to the bathroom again.
great. So,
Oh, and our honorary member,
Cham.
Tam.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
you're only emotionally stable member of the crew.
Loves
take
everyone. I
offense
love
to
Because he doesn't have to
Cham.
do anything.
He's the captain.
Lift
Cham's the
boxes.
captain.
Just lift boxes. Cham, go move boxes from one side to the other. All right, Captain. Cool. Yeah, I'll go take care
We
of
had
that.
some Cham merch. Like, just Cham on, brother.
Cham
So-
Cham for president.
So, if you recall, you left Cham as the only crew member remaining on the USCSS
Which means he
Montero.
is the
I
captain.
did do that, yeah.
And last you saw of him, he had made a tiny little tricorn captain's hat out of the employee manual and
Yep.
had taped it to the outside of his spacesuit.
That's against regulations. I don't know what to tell you.
There
was-
probably
it was
actually
cute,
is a
though.
regulation that specifically says do not fold.
Do not fold into cute hats. Wayland Yutani is very specific about their cute hat policy.
All of you don't.
I hate this company.
Also, I'd like to specify that Wilson hates Miller. Wait, you're Miller? No, you're not Miller.
I
you're
hate
Davis.
you too, buddy.
Hey, Miller. This is gonna be great.
I hate you too.
I'm just gonna choke on my rage. I'm gonna swallow that down.
Swallow
Time to
the
stare in your eyes.
Oh man.
Champ's my best friend, though, by the way.
But secretly, I ship these two now. Like these
No.
two characters now. They hate each other so much. It's like there's not.
There's only a
It's not
thin
actually
line.
gonna happen, but there's gonna be a Tumblr for it. Like down
So
the line.
weird.
Yeah.
So
Making
weird.
your own Tumblr to ship
Yeah.
your
Oh,
own
I'm not
character.
making it. I'm saying the people are gonna come for
fans
this.
are
They're gonna
gonna
make that
Tumblr
Tumblr.
it. Yeah.
They're gonna Tumblr. That's what
Chat,
they call it.
who do
Tumblr.
you ship? That's the question.
No, chat. Do not get involved in this.
Ship
too
Chat.
We're too different. It would
Yeah.
never work.
Chat.
It makes no sense.
We're
Tell
gonna
us
kill
your
each other on
ships.
characters
All the
at this
ships.
point.
All right.
What's
so,
your favorite ship? I like a battleship.
yeah, everyone's voting between the USS Montero and the Cronus.
That's. I would actually like. We tried to make them kiss last week. Isn't that what happened last week?
We tried
Was
to.
it successful?
Derek did not let me make the ships kiss.
Oh.
Because he said they would like break
I
or
don't think you
something.
asked
Can we get a vote in chat for did
Make
the
the
ships kiss?
ships kiss.
Okay, thank you. Will's got us.
Thank you, Chat.
Chat, we're aside. Chat is canon.
So,
Chat is canon.
I believe we are going to start this little situation off with a combat.
A combat.
So, if you remember, you have this weird, pale, fawn-like creature with tiny little clawed heads. So imagine a baby deer
Yes.
made of pale murder.
Oh.
That needs to
So it's
die.
kind of cute.
Yes.
Okay.
It also pulled its way out of a guy's face.
Well, how
Gotta die.
I would say
No,
it
it's
took
not cute.
damage from the helmet, though.
Yeah, I would say that too.
You can say that, but you're in another room. And
Oh,
that's totally
yeah, you're
gonna
right.
happen.
No, it did. It did take damage.
We need to
Yeah,
salvage
totally.
the
Roll.
spacesuit for parts now.
I'm just saying.
Do our spacesuits have pockets? They
Sure.
do, because
Oh, yeah.
that one person had the bullets in the pockets.
That was
come you didn't
technically a different model spacesuit.
Because it's older.
How come you didn't use those pockets? You like opened up your helmet just to like reach in and grab like beans or whatever, the pills or
If
something.
you remember, Davis really wanted to go to the bathroom and you wouldn't let her.
Yeah.
She might have been putting something in a pocket at that point. Also, having drugs in your pocket doesn't help because there's still a thing over your face.
Yeah, so
You
you still have
can't
to
feed
open it
yourself
up to get it
drugs.
to your
That makes
mouth.
To get back to this deer now, is it like on a scale of one, like Bambi
Yep.
to Hell Bambi? Where do you think it is? Like 10 being Hell Bambi, 1 being regular Bambi?
Alien Hell Bambi.
Alien Hell Bambi, that's probably
So
11
11?
and a half.
Yeah.
That's 11 and a half solid.
Yeah, I
Let
agree.
me just do my math real quick.
You want to calculate those odds?
Yeah, I got them right here. I'm very calculating.
I'm also
All
very
you need to know
calculating.
Perfect.
is
And
that
also
it needs
drunk?
to die,
Well, I'm
and
not
we're going to kill
drunk.
it.
High. What?
Here we go.
High on
And-
life. We discussed this.
I think we
It's
just need
high on life.
You guys are
to
just
burn down the
bloodshot.
entire ship with that alien on it, and anything else that's
We can
on
do
it.
that. I'm fine with that.
Burn it
Yeah.
all down.
First time I agree with you.
I am burning.
Your character would absolutely not.
No. You just keep lighting a match. You'd be like Looney Tunes, like.
Every time.
Yeah.
That's cute.
All right. Great. So let us enter combat.
All right.
Now remember, the scene is this. Does everybody remember what was in the med lab? Did we remind anybody
Oh,
of that?
yeah, there was the
Fetuses.
tubes
Oh, well,
of
but I'm not
black
there.
goo.
Yeah, there was basically 2 med bays.
Yeah.
One of which had been burst open from the inside,
Yeah.
and the other was just encrusted
Oh, no,
with
no,
blackened, dried blood on the inside.
On the inside, we
We're
can't
on
see
this
into
ship.
it. If there's
You can
anything.
certainly open it if you want.
Yeah, we're currently on the.
don't-
It's layered.
Maybe.
It's like a cake.
We'll see.
Okay. And so there were also like some specimens in jars. There were a couple of
This
vials
is the
with weird
box.
fluids on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great. So
How
you
large are the vials on the floor?
they're probably like this big,
Okay.
like dramatic movie vial size.
The 3 of us are in the same space.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
Yep. So the 3 of you are the ones who are closest to this sort of alien murder deer.
Yeah, we were like holding and supporting them basically.
You were
right?
trying to help him before
Yeah.
it burst out of his head.
Yeah.
I imagine that some of you maybe have taken a step back from that.
Probably.
I'd say
yeah.
2 to 3 steps back.
Sure. But that's kind of you are right in front next to it, and then the rest of the remaining crew is behind that. The crew of the Cronus is behind that, which I believe consists of the first officer Johns, the Sergeant Reed, and I believe Cooper and Clayton.
The scientist is dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
Flynn. Cooper is dead. Flynn is alive.
Poor Coop.
Oh, we had 2 scientists.
You had 2 doctors.
Two
Cooper's
doctors.
dead.
We'll see what scientists they're like.
Oh, we didn't get names though. Okay.
So are they standing now on the? You said they're standing on the other side of alien hellband.
You know, so like imagine that he leaned against the wall.
Okay.
The 3 of you went to go help him. This burst out of his head. While his head was, face was convulsing, the rest of them backed away.
Okay.
So
they
it's
knew what was
basically
happening.
it, you, them.
Okay, so they're not in the way if I pull out my Aeromat Model 37A2
Absolutely.
12 gauge pump action shotgun.
Absolutely not.
Okay, wonderful.
I imagine that as Wilson is thinking that, he's also like, okay, it costs like $7 per bullet. So,
Got to get right up in there.
Aim for the head.
all right, why don't we hand out initiative, which is
Ooh,
handled
yeah.
by these cards.
Initiative.
Thank you.
Do I get one?
Sure.
Oh, yay!
On your turn.
Oh, you're right. I won't know.
All right. Well,
Do we
why
flip
don't? Sure. You need to know what the number is. I'm not sure what the actual rule is, but let's keep it secret until your initiative comes up, just to surprise things.
Yeah.
good.
Keep
Okay.
it spicy.
So, does anybody have 1, 2? Hey.
Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Oh, sorry. You
I
don't
was-
get one.
You're waving.
I was waving.
Oh, okay.
I was waving to people.
Perfect time
in
to
the
wave.
internet.
Wait, no,
Sorry.
but what I imagine is that in the middle of the fight, it's like we just cut away to Rye, who's still working. No one told her there's
Here,
a
you
problem.
could just take this card back then. I just
I'm
want
thinking like
working on the space
80s
railroad.
rock. Just
It's
like,
okay.
All right, so no 2, right?
Choose me,
2,
choose me.
great. What are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna just come down on it with
Great.
my fire axe.
Do you have any sort of skill that would aid you in the murder of an alien deer with a fire axe?
Heavy machinery.
That does not count.
Ranged combat.
Do you want to step back and throw the axe?
Ooh. I don't want to lose the axe. I'll throw it. I'm probably not within slicing
Oh my
range.
God.
Oh no, you absolutely are. You are
Okay.
absolutely in chopping range.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Don't throw it.
If you want to
Please.
throw it, I will absolutely let you throw it.
God,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
You're gonna step
No.
back and
Yeah.
throw it?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
You're
all
gonna
right.
take a 3 dice penalty because this is not designed to be thrown.
Why are our characters friends?
So, so you never know that time when you grow up with somebody and you help them through things and you feel attached to them even though you know it's not good for you.
Toxic friendships.
Symbiotic.
Yeah.
Symbiotic.
I'm beginning to think that perhaps the only reason Davis has this job is because you put in a good word for them.
I don't like anything that your character does.
Great. So you're gonna step back and
I'm-
take this fire axe and just throw it with your all your strength.
Yeah,
Great.
I do that.
Great.
I do that.
I'm gonna give you a 3 die penalty because that's not designed for this.
Rude. So
It'll look
strength
good,
in range combat?
I would also accept agility.
Agility, sweet. I got a lot more of that.
Is
That's
there a
what I thought.
chance if she rolls badly that we'll get hit with the axe?
Absolutely. Don't forget. So you have agility of what?
5.
Okay.
Plus
and you
range
have
combat is 2.
minus 3.
Minus 3, and then 3 stress dice.
You have yes.
Ah! Oh, it's gone forever.
Oh my gosh.
I got it. It's back. Okay.
All right. So remember, all you need is a 6.
Woo-ha. No ones.
Woo-ha,
I love these dice because they have little alien faces on the ones.
They do. You want to get alien faces, right?
I got a 6 and no alien faces.
Nice.
What if you get all
in the
alien
face.
faces? What happens?
A whole lot of freak out.
Oh.
I am cool under fire.
David, that was the least cool thing I've ever seen.
How I just nailed an alien in the face with an axe.
We only have one axe.
Well, I'm gonna go back.
It's
and
got
get
an axe
it.
now.
You successfully armed it. Great. Thank you, Davis.
Nobody shoot my axe. I want that back.
Do you have any idea what our axe budget is here? We have a very limited budget.
Those things must cost a fortune.
I am very tempted just to have the death deer
Catch the axe.
just reach over, pull the axe out of itself, and then run at you like
Come
this.
on.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
I hate it.
But would
succeeded.
I
No
do
ones.
something like that?
No.
No, yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
No, I thought it was
So-
will, not should.
Swear to God.
It was will. Yes, you will.
The damage of an axe is pretty significant, and you got how many 6s?
1 6.
Great, 1 6.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, if we get multiple 6s, it's better.
like it gives you like more damage in combat. I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
Oh.
So actually, roll a d6 for me.
Uh-oh.
The stress one or the not stress?
That's up to you.
6.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah. So you all get very terrified. You get very excited. Davis steps back, takes the axe, and full body throws it.
No, Davis,
And
you
this,
idiot.
This huge fire axe just hits the thing right in the midsection and cuts it in half.
Ah, okay.
I like
Smart.
to think it goes like past Wilson's face, like maybe flickering the hair.
That's a little bit of my beard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over there and I'm just gonna blow it.
Okay,
with
well,
my
so are you on
incinerator
3?
flow. Yeah.
Great. So you're going to come over.
it's
I'm
in
just gonna
half,
just
cut in half.
double tap.
Great. Great. So
Don't hurt my axe.
What are you doing?
Want
What are
that
you
back?
doing? Stop this.
You just looked at it.
I'm looking at you because you're
Don't
talking
smile
to me.
ever. Just stop.
When you smile, it's bad for us.
So does your flamethrower have an ammo rating on it?
No. It's an incinerator unit.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have a.
Okay.
It has a comment, fire intensity 9,
Great.
which is pretty
roll,
high.
Roll
actually.
2d6
None
for
of these
me.
have ammo.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Maybe it's just
I got a 4 and a 3.
Great. So you step forward and just whoosh, 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 whoosh on each little piece.
Yeah.
And they light up on fire.
Sweet.
Emma, can you roll a d6 for me?
Oh, shit.
What are these dice rolling?
What is these dice rolling in this RPG? Why would you do that?
I got a 1.
Great. Your fire axe's handle is wooden
Oh, no, come
and
on.
is now on fire.
Okay, I'm going to put it out.
That's why you don't throw the axe.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
So, who is on 4?
You should.
Great. On 5, I get to go.
Oh.
Well, okay, fine. Yeah, go ahead.
And
Pause for effect.
yeah, all that happens is the body of this alien death deer burns. And you see it twitching. You're pretty sure there's a high pitched screaming that you're not sure you're hearing through your ears so much as in your bones.
Ugh.
Yeah, a lot like that actually. Just like that.
Wilson just covers up his face. He won't breathe any of this in.
And it seems to kind of still and just burn.
Beautiful.
Your axe is on fire.
Majestic.
Okay. I'll go rescue my axe. Wait, are we still in initiative?
No, we're out of initiative.
Okay.
If everyone wants to
Great.
hand me their initiative cards. That axe went way faster than I thought it really would.
That went way better than expected.
I'm
Yep.
just that good. Okay.
Davis.
This is
So,
Wow.
so
what I'm here for.
Davis,
You're
are you
welcome.
basically just going to
You're
try to
welcome.
grab a fire extinguisher around the room?
Is there one?
Roll,
Yeah.
roll a d6.
Oh. 5.
Yeah, sure. You grab
Yeah.
a fire extinguisher and just start dousing.
Sure.
There's no way to get the fire axe, but not the creature's body.
I'm gonna go over to
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
to Winston. Wilson?
Wilson.
Okay, Wilson.
What's
I'm
your
gonna go-
name again?
Look at the baller.
I can't see the tiny text that you wrote on your.
No, I didn't write this.
Oh, okay.
Well, sure your name.
Well, it's a name tag. You're supposed
It
to
says
write.
Joe, though. I wasn't here last
And
week.
you're. I still need to know who you are.
Are you Gen Con? Because I can't see yours.
Here you go. Here you
There
go.
we go.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So Wilson.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson.
Okay. I don't understand this word. This is the 80s. Space 80s.
I'm gonna put my like
Spadies.
fists on my hips and I look over and like, what the hell was that?
I have no idea. Clearly.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my axe.
That thing
Which is
just
not on
popped
fire.
out of a guy's
Yeah.
head.
It's very charred.
And we
Okay.
handled it.
Yeah. We handled it.
I'm pretty sure I handled it.
You see, like Wilson, it like clearly
Personally.
didn't even get his shotgun out in time. He just kind of stepped back, so it was very apparent that he did not react as quickly as you guys did. So
Okay, well, I'll just turn over to the Marine then, and I'll give her the same look. I'm staring her down and just like,
She's not looking at you.
okay.
So all of them are looking at the creature's like smoking body.
Okay.
You notice the axe. There's some sort of black viscous fluid on the blade of the headed blade of the axe.
do I have anything that could like grab a sample?
You're in the med bay. You absolutely could grab a sample.
Is there? I would like to find some kind of tube or something, some kind of containment.
Yeah. I mean, so like you can push past the crew of the Cronus, go grab some like tools, and go. Like, do you have any science skills?
Science it.
Is
Like analyze or something
wits?
like that? No, wits would be an
How
attribute.
about agility?
Nope.
No. So
You can cartwheel yourself
medical
over there.
aid, contact.
Yeah,
So-
medical.
So medical aid will at least let you kind of like navigate the med bay,
Okay.
get some sort of thing to get a sample of.
Okay, I'll probably grab a tube with some kind of popsicle sticks, because those exist,
Okay.
tongue compressor, and I would like to probably walk over to where the axe is and scoop some of that black liquid
Off of the axe?
off of the axe.
Okay. Well, so just she's noticed that. You have not necessarily noticed that yet because
Oh.
she's right. Like
No,
she's right with the
I'll
axe.
find. I'll go over towards where the.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna be, not berating, but sort of just like sternly talking to the rest of the crew of the Cronus, and
Okay.
asking. Well, I say, would any of you like to explain what the hell that was?
So if you do anything short of yelling at them or shaking them, the answer is probably not.
All right, then I will yell at them.
Great. So who would you like to attract the attention of first?
Let's see.
So you
here.
have you have Johns, the guy who said that he was the officer.
Yeah, he kind of seemed not very confident.
Or useful.
You had Reed, the mean Marine.
Okay, Mean Marine is not my friend.
You have someone. You have an vaguely Asian guy,
Okay,
and
that tells me
a
absolutely nothing.
older white lady.
Okay.
I don't think you've really dealt with.
Asian.
The other worst thing of the older white lady is that I think when Wilson introduced himself as the company agent, the officer looked over at the older white lady. So
All right,
you
then.
could conclude
I will conclude
that the older white lady could be the
that
company.
the old white lady could be the company, and I'm going to talk to her.
Okay.
Attract her attention.
Great. So you look over at her, and she is not as horrified as the other people. She seems to not be calm per se, but focused, I think is a better way to phrase it. She, her eyes kind of dart over to Wilson, grabbing stuff to take samples with.
YouTube.
Yeah. Yes, the goo tube.
Yeah.
The goo tube.
She glances over at him and then back at the thing, and then she seems to kind of settle a little bit and then look at you.
I'm waiting.
Okay. Well, we don't have a lot of answers for you. I'm not entirely sure what you're cleared to know either, but suffice it to say, there was an incident, and we were under the impression that it had been resolved, and we had been inoculated against it she kind of gestures at the faceless body now. Cooper.
An incident? We have people's faces falling off over here. Call that an incident.
Yes. In the paperwork, that will be officially classified as an incident, a workplace accident.
An accident.
We're gonna need a little bit more information on what we're dealing with here. What incident? What inoculation?
So she kind of sighs and purses her lips, looks over to you in some sort of appeal to sympathy, like, can you rein him in, maybe? And while that moment happens, the mean Marine sighs audibly and just says, "Look, Clayton, at this point, we're alive. They're the ones who saved us. So at least the shit we can do is tell them what the hell happened." So then
Looks like somebody's turning around.
No.
Wilson just glares at Noah.
I have a feeling this is going to go great when we explain that we landed on a small planetoid.
No.
You know what a planetoid is, right, Captain?
I'm pretty aware. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Literally, the Marine just kind of looks around like, anyone? So I think the Marine probably sees you and then focuses on you. It's like, please, for the love of God, fulfill my trust here. It's like the feeling that you get from this Marine. So we landed on a planetoid. There was some sort of chemical, and you see that the Asian guy that you haven't really talked to kind of blurts out almost instinctually, almost kind of like fearfully. We found this thing, and he says, chemical agent AD395X91-15. Like, it's almost like he's saying that as a way to kind of contain his fear about the situation.
I'm actually writing this down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Repeat that for me real fast.
Sure.
83.
AD.
AD.
dash.
D3. AD dash.
AD dash 3959X.91-15.
Remember this in chat. It's going to be important later.
Great.
There's gonna be a quiz.
86753.
Oh, now we forgot it.
Yeah, no, I just read it on the wrong. I read it
We cut away to Rye, who was just dancing along to music. Whoosh.
This is going to be a secret code that I have to use to get inside the motherboard at some point. So.
Let me know how that works out.
Let's make a hard line to the mainframe.
It seems pretty clear that this other guy's a little bit in shock, and it seems like he's just kind of grasping at anything that he understands, basically, and kind of using it as an emotional rock to get through this. Is the feeling that you get?
This is chemical. Tell me more.
Yeah. So the Marine kind of picks up and just says, "This was a planetoid in the 26 Draconis system, LV1113. There was a planetary debris. It was just like a bunch of asteroids. Okay, we landed on the asteroids. There was a bunch of this chemical there. We recovered a lot of this kind of black goo, and found that it had changed the planetoid and the life on the planetoid. It had, and you see the kind of the Asian guy kind of says again like a deleterious effect. He kind of seems to be reiterating.
Deleterious?
Harmful or dangerous. Seems like maybe there was a report written that he is again kind of using very clinical language to get through this. So the Marine says a number of the crew was affected by this chemical. There was she looks at you, situation that merited a mutiny, and the infected crew were barricaded in the science module and ejected from the ship. She kind of motions at Cooper and says, Cooper had developed, so he said, a inoculation and was supposed to have administered it to all of us.
Oh, God.
To prevent that.
Looks like that worked out.
Well, I think we should get you guys checked out then.
Was this the mutiny situation just you shooting people into space so that they didn't turn into aliens?
Would you have not done that if you had given the chance?
We all understand. We're not questioning what had to happen. Now we need to figure out what's the safest move moving forward.
So, like, is anyone gonna help me? I'm still cleaning these air scrubbers.
Sorry about that. One of our crew is currently scrubbing your infected air ducts.
This is gonna be a long time to do it if it's just me by myself.
Whoosh.
Hey, Rye. Hey, Rye. Stand by.
10-4. God damn it.
Hey, Rye, why don't you give me a perception observation kind of check there?
Okay, perception. That's wits.
Are you gonna die check?
And then I have the, this is my stress die.
Sure. Do
Tiny
you have any skill to observes?
I have, isn't that just,
There's one called observation.
no, I don't.
Great. Cool.
Do
Sounds
I have
good.
minus dice then?
No.
I got a 6 and 2, both ones on my stress die.
Great. Can you roll a d6 and add 2 to it?
6, 7, 8.
Great.
Woo!
So we finally have a situation
Oh no!
We went all of Act
in
1.
which somebody
No
has
stress.
a stressful reaction.
No panic.
So it's
Your first roll.
yeah. I mean, like it's getting to you. Like you
Just
are.
being alone in this like dark hallway with
Yep.
the ambient life.
Yep. And for a moment, you are certain you saw something. You wouldn't like. It's really weird to describe.
I think something's in here. I'm getting out.
Well, so hold on.
Yeah. No. not.
You also, your result of 8 starts giving you a little bit of the shakes.
Oh.
Okay? So what that means is that all of your agility rolls suffer a -2 penalty.
Do I get more of these?
Nope, that's stress.
No.
Do you feel like this is a stressful situation that merits more stress?
I was chilling and now I'm not chilling.
It's up to you. All right, okay, I'll give it to you.
Stress.
I'll hand it out.
Load me up.
So you now have a -2 penalty to anything that's agility related
So-
until you kind of take a few moments where you think you're safe and calm down.
-2.
And it is worth noting that using a flamethrower around here would count as agility.
Ah, dang it.
I mean, you haven't been rolling to burn things off the wall. It's not like it's hard to hit.
No.
But you know, like you can, you can tell that you're having trouble keeping things steady.
All right. I'm going to get out of here.
Okay, great. So you're gonna crawl through a tightly cramped air duct on your way
This
out.
is the only way out. Yes, I'm hyperventilating. It's very stressful.
Great, sure, okay, awesome. So you crawl your way out of the air duct. You sit outside the kind of air filter area for a while. In the hallway outside of the air scrubber column. Give me a moment.
I was working from the top down, so I would be on the top
Sure, okay.
floor.
You probably had gotten partway through some of this.
Oh, nice. So the second floor.
Yeah, we got a murder Bambi down here. You might want to get out of the fence.
Oh,
I repeat, a murder Bambi.
Are you actually saying that?
Have we established where? Do we have like is it like a wrist communication? How are we doing this?
Yeah, I think it's just like a thing on the
Shoulder
shoulder.
guard?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't punch our boob?
I mean, you can.
We can all punch
You
our
can put
boobs.
your intercom like button wherever you want. Mine's on my
I
shoulder.
mean, maybe not hit the microphone. That's the only
So,
thing.
Oh, yeah. That's
so Rye, what I'm going to say is you had actually worked your way down a little bit.
Oh, nice.
And you kind of crawl your way out of an air duct you haven't crawled out before because you crawled in at the top.
Yeah?
You went down a little bit. You're crawling out on deck B now, I think.
Yes.
So you crawl your way out of the air duct. You take a moment. You know, maybe you lean over, try to calm yourself a little bit, and just when you think you're starting to kind of bring yourself down, you see, you hear a very like thump
Behind me?
around the corner. And you see what looks to be like a shadow kind of waving back and forth.
Flamethrower.
Okay. Yep.
Just kind of,
Inching your way forward.
yeah.
Oh my god.
A little.
Oh god.
Do you have any sort of stealth abilities?
No.
There
Great.
was one that escaped.
Why don't
from
you
the
give
pods,
me
from the pods.
an agility check?
Mine is 2.
Oh, you're really great at that. But you have 3 stress dice.
You do have 3 stress dice.
I know, I got
What are the
these.
chances that you will roll another 1?
Oh,
You know, it worked
That's a
for
3.
Emma. Maybe if you just throw your flamethrower.
I got a 6.
Great. Any ones?
No.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
So you very the stress wiring you and pushing you to perform. You creep around the corner.
Yes.
You level your flamethrower. The lights in the hallway flicker,
Ah!
and what you see is.
Oh, no. Oh.
Can I- we don't have
do you
flicker
wanna
reflex
just
net
flame?
anymore?
Well, yes. If it does it look like something's coming at me?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Great. What you see actually is shocking, because it is an Asian woman standing against the wall, just looking forward,
Oh,
smacking her head into the bulkhead behind her like this.
wait. Alive?
Wait, what?
No,
She's moving.
She's not hung? I thought it was going to be somebody hung. But
Oh no.
It could be in her head.
Oh God. That would have been really dark.
Wait, but how would that even, like,
If it was,
no, how would she even be there? Like, she wasn't in the cryopods?
Correct.
Oh.
She was not in the cryopods.
She's 70 years old? Like,
Nope.
she
She does
old
not
lady?
look 70.
She looks old though.
Oh,
She
didn't
looks.
we do a
She looks like 25, 28.
Didn't we do a
Never mind.
scan on this place?
So that's not how scan. That's not how science works.
it's not a narrative. It's not a
not
narrative
science
scan.
works.
Oh, okay.
It's a regular scan, not a narrative one.
All right. I found somebody.
She doesn't seem to react to your presence or your radioing.
What kind of somebody?
Looks like to be an Asian female. She's currently just sitting there bashing her head against the wall.
Not super hard.
Not super hard.
shit.
Unresponsive?
Hello. Nothing. I'll go a little bit closer.
I'm gonna
Ma'am?
talk
Be careful.
I'm gonna talk to some of the other crew and be like,
How close do you want to get?
I'm gonna get close enough to maybe prod her with my
So
flamethrower.
about as far away as we are.
Yes.
Great.
while
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Just slow motion reaction about like, dude!
No. Did she actually stop there? and
Yeah.
just
No.
stare?
Yeah. So you poke her and she just goes like that. Yes. Can I help you?
while they're
Ha-
doing that, I'm talking to the
I'm
crew.
right. Are you okay? How? Who are you?
Ava 6. How can I help you?
Ava 6.
Ava 6. How can I help you?
How long have you been on the ship?
Ava 6. How can I help you?
You can stop bashing your head.
She just kind of like turns her head around and looks at the wall and starts hitting it with the front of her face.
Oh wait.
Like
Just like
rotate?
Rotate.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, her head just rotates.
Oh god. I found a robot android Ava 6.
Do you want to like pull her away from the wall?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull her away from the
you
wall.
pull her away from the wall, and she kind of like stumbles forward a little bit, and then just kind of sways like a little bit, and then rotates her head back.
Ooh.
I'm also talking to the crew while
Yep.
this is happening.
Sure. Yeah.
One of yours?
Let
So,
me actually pat her down.
I-
really
I-
quick.
I
Does she
just-
have any valuables on her? just asking. Like here, let me make sure you're okay.
Oh, she's got like
You're
a
gonna
limited
rob her?
edition signed The Dark Knight DVD by Christian Bale. Wow, that's cool. She got that.
Just asking.
So like just pockets full of diamonds.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
No.
thank you.
Oh, dang it.
Diamonds in the future are way not valuable, by the way.
Ah, dang it.
Well, it's space diamonds.
Yeah. So she doesn't seem to have anything valuable on her. You do see that she's got like kind of like a work belt. She's got a bunch of tools hanging off of it.
Oh.
The kind of stuff that you would be using if you were going to be repairing the engines of the ship.
Oh, dang it. She's. Do I recognize? No, you can go ahead. I yeah.
So what are you asking the crew?
Looks like one of my crew members found one of yours.
Like they all look confused. They look at each other like we're the only ones left.
Some kind of, well, straggler maybe? An Asian woman? Whatever description she gives, I give them.
Did we hear the Ava 6 line over the speakers?
Roll d6.
Okay. Do you want to round?
Yeah.
That's 3.
No. Damn it. Like they're like there were like they kind of point at the guy that you haven't gotten the name of, and they're like Flynn was the only surviving of any kind of Asian descent. He looks like maybe Thai. I don't know, like South Asian, future South Asian.
Future South Asian.
Yeah.
Future Asian.
Rye, we're not really sure who that is. None of the crew members recognize that description.
It looks like it's one of the repair androids. Her name was Ava 6, right? That's what she said.
I relayed that to
Oh.
the crew.
Oh yeah, the android. Like she's not the crew. She's the android.
Synthetic.
I
She
think
appears to be
there's-
malfunctioning.
Did she get the engines repaired?
Right. do those engines look repaired to you?
What I love is that Rye's like nowhere near the engines. Oh, also Rye, you can see that like when she spun her head around, the back of her head has pretty significant damage.
Ooh,
There's a lot of like milky white fluid in her hair.
she looks like she took a damage to her, I'm going to say mumble, bumble, jumble, because I have Comtech.
Right.
Yeah, to her brain.
Central.
Like, I am not at all near the engine room.
Where are you?
Somewhere in Deck B near the air scrubbers.
Deck B by the air scrubbers, I got, it looked like there's, I don't know. I saw something in there, and I didn't want to stay in there.
Can you run a diagnostics check?
You can. I mean, you can certainly like bring her to the med bay where they all are.
Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and, well, yes, I'll go ahead and be right over there. How big is this room that I'm in really quick?
You're in like a hallway.
Oh, never mind. Okay, just checking.
Okay. What were you planning on doing if it was a big room?
I mean, if there's drawers.
Yeah.
Looting
Uncharted ship. Gotta
stuff.
explore.
So you're gonna just head back to
reasonable.
med bay.
Yes.
Okay.
Stay safe, Ryan.
Heading
Are
on
we
there.
gonna hang out in the med bay
chill,
with
we're
dead
chill some
murderer?
So it seems like.
Bambi?
So you're collecting samples from dead murder Bambi.
Yes.
The crew of the Cronus seems to finally be absorbing what has happened and reacting in a variety of different ways. The XO, Johns, seems to just kind of like sit down and just like lose all motivation or hope. He just kind of collapses in a chair in the med bay. You see the Mean Marine probably kick a chair and then pick up Cooper's body and try to decide what to do with it, and eventually just opens up the the med bay that had the thing that burst out of it, and just like puts him in it.
Nasty.
And she's like, I don't know what else to do with her body. And Clayton, the older white lady, I think will observe and supervise you effectively.
Okay.
Which leaves Flynn just kind of standing there gazing into the middle distance.
Hey, Flynn. I don't know
Yeah.
his name, do I?
No, like they referred to him as Flynn.
Okay.
And you were asking about an Asian crew member.
Hey, Flynn.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some help getting this ship back up and running, but it looks like we have some sort of infestation. So
Oh my God.
yeah. Listen, we're gonna need your help. All right, pull yourself together.
We're gonna
Think
die.
you can do that? Oh, great. We're not gonna die, Flynn.
No, we're gonna die.
Look,
We're all gonna die.
we're gonna
We
figure this out.
survived that whole situation and blew them out of the space module for nothing. And now we've woken up, I don't know how long later, and we're just gonna die.
Well, I believe
So-
it's been several years, like decades even.
Everybody I know has already died.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a little
So,
hyperbolic.
So,
Hey, Miller, quit helping.
what I would say here is Flynn is clearly at like the precipice of a breakdown.
okay.
Unless somebody can stop him from doing that, I believe him freaking out would stress the rest of you out further.
I'm gonna command him to stop freaking out.
Sure. Why don't you give me a command roll with an attribute you find right? Or do you just want to use your outrank ability to just tell him to shut the hell up?
I'll pull rank.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna pull rank on him.
Here you go. Oh, that's right. You're going to use your big die.
You're at 4 stress.
Oh, don't roll that. That's gonna make the worst noise.
Great. So you roll command plus what? I think is what we said.
Command is 3.
Well, your ability. We told you how it worked
Empathy?
at one point.
We did talk about it at one point.
We did. There was a
We all
point in
remember.
time where we discussed this.
And we got the logistics of it, and we figured out how
Good
to
thing
do it.
that we remembered all of that.
And I took notes.
Oh, when you're looking that up, can you look up my reckless too?
Oh my
I have that
God.
ability. I forgot
Reckless
that.
allows you to push in a agility test twice.
Okay.
Because normally you only get to push once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pull rank. Roll
Give an
command
order.
against a target's
Get
manipulation.
extra stress. Roll command. And command,
Command is a skill, I believe.
does it get added to
Yep.
like wits?
It should be added to your
empathy.
empathy.
Okay.
All right.
So I
got
get
it.
5 plus 3, so it's 8.
You gonna
Okay. Don't forget your stress dice.
I could never forget the stress dice.
Do you need stress dice? Do you want to borrow some of mine?
I got plenty of stress
Okay.
dice.
You want some more stress dice?
I
We could
have more
stress you out more.
stress. You want more stress? Here,
You
have
guys
all
are
the
stressing
stress.
me out by asking me how much stress dice I
Stress.
want.
Give me 7 dice
You
if you don't
dropped
mind.
one.
Oh, thank you. That was pretty
1, 2,
stressful.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sure.
Alright.
Those
You
are-
want to roll my teeny tiny dice?
So we got a lot of dice here.
Absolutely.
I have a
You
hard
love
time believing I'm
dice.
not going to roll a 6, but
What
it
about
could
ones?
happen.
How many ones are you going to roll?
I'm going to roll
All
4
the
ones.
Oh,
Hang on, that's not stress dice. Oh, God.
oh, okay. This is
Wow.
Hang on, one of my dice fell. Hang on, one more. I guess it doesn't really matter because I got a 6.
not. What's those dice?
I don't have
that
any
you
6s.
You don't have any 6s, actually.
That's so statistically improbable.
You just yell at him.
All these dice.
Yeah, that was really bad.
I did get a
roll.
1 on the stress die.
You can push.
I am definitely pushing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You roll all the dice that did not succeed.
Oh,
All of my dice.
Plus an extra stress.
Wait, so do I keep the 1 that I rolled? I reroll it.
Fine, yeah.
Okay.
oof.
So I get
And-
1 extra stress
yep.
die to roll?
All the stress.
Maybe we should
Mm.
write
How?
all these
How did that
in-
happen?
Delicious stress.
How did this happen?
moments
We
of
got them in
stress.
batches.
I rolled
I like some range stressing.
8
All the
dice, no 6s.
Javion, you know dice.
I need to bring dice trays.
Oh, is there no 6s still?
Still no 6s. No. Oh, there's a 6.
There's
okay.
a 6.
Cool.
One.
And then no stress
no
dice
stress
6s.
ones.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
Or ones. What-
that push was worth it.
Yeah. it's
Great. Okay, so you succeeded.
Yeah.
Great. How many 6s did you get?
I got 3.
Okay, he got 0. So you tell him, what are you commanding him to do?
Shut the hell up.
He immediately just silences and seems kind of like he seems like shaken out of his kind of mental spiral at least, and he's just quiet.
Get it together. Pull yourself out of
He just
this.
kind of nods. He just kind of nods. Like he.
Remember who you are.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Flynn. My name's Flynn.
All my friends are dead. My name's Flynn. I remember.
All my friends. And
Remember, quieter.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Great. So, you see that Clayton kind of looks at that and then looks at you and just kind of raises an eyebrow. But you see the Mean Marine comes over. Is this the part where I have to tell you the rule that I use for the kids during D&D night on Wednesdays? That if a die falls off the table, you roll that die and take that much damage?
It's not my fault. I'm literally using a dice tower.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. That's
Like,
fine.
what more do you
Wow,
want?
that's brutal, Derek.
wow.
It is. It was the only way to control them constantly rolling dice.
I drop dice
sure.
all the time.
What do you want from me?
So the Mean Marine actually kind of walks over to you and
Mean Marine and
just,
machine.
and just like does that and like nods to you and then heads over to Flynn to kind of
The mean Marine likes that you're mean as well.
Oh.
You made a friend. You must be assertive.
for being a friend. So probably maybe a little bit after this is when you show up.
And then I see the burned corpse.
Well, I don't know, because you see a bunch of blood, and you see 2 charred piles of flesh, probably each about like this big-ish.
What the heck happened here?
And you see that Davis's axe is like
right.
sooty and burnt all over it.
You burned it up.
Did you go to the bathroom again?
I just totally murked an alien and cut it right in half.
And then I lit it on fire.
And then I put it out
It was beautiful.
to save my axe.
Wait.
We make a great team.
So
Yeah.
there's
True.
something.
Really good team.
There's something else in this ship.
Yes, aliens.
Oh, murder aliens! It burst out of this dude's face. It's really gross.
There's lots of them. They're everywhere.
So totally gross.
Why are
kidding.
we? So why are we still on this place then?
We're gonna figure out what to do next. We haven't gotten to that part.
Yes. The white lady kind of looks at all you and says, "Yes. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Clayton. I was hoping that we would get to the next stage in this situation now. So, what is your plan?"
Derek, I love your descriptions of these people. The white lady speaks up this time.
The Asian man freaks out.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna ask all their names
It's
so that
Karen.
we can just say
It's just
names
Karen.
from now on.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, so
Oh my
I think you know all their names now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Johns, who was the second officer of the U.S. CSS Cronus. There's Reed, who is the mean Marine, as you like to call her.
Mean green marine machine.
Reading machine. Yeah.
If you tell her that, she just raises an eyebrow and nods. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. I like her.
Yes.
There's Flynn,
Yes. Read them out.
and you learn. So, from what you overhear of Reed kind of talking Flynn back together,
Okay.
Flynn is a medic,
Medic.
and then Clayton is the white lady who's talking to you. The somewhat older, so probably like 40s-ish.
Hey, white lady.
Yeah.
So can I, while we're at the med bay and I'm just like, never mind, I don't get paid enough of this, I'm gonna sit this robot down and then look at her with Comtech.
Okay. So yeah, let's see here.
I have a 4 in wits and 3 in Comtech.
Sure. Why don't you give me? You want to try to repair her, basically?
Yes. Just figure out, like, I need a helping hand. Nobody's gonna help me here. I've been asking for help for over like how many hours?
As you can see, we're dealing with something.
Yeah,
Don't
we're a
forget
little
your stress
busy.
dice.
Yeah, I got the 3.
Great. Sounds great.
Oh, that's a 6.
Ooh, lots of 6s. You wanna see? 1, 2, 3.
And no ones.
No
on
ones.
Your stress dice.
These are my stress.
Well done.
Great. Yeah, so you kind of clean off the back of her head. That white fluid is like a synthetic blood,
yeah.
effectively. So you clean a lot of that off. Do you have a lot of experience repairing androids, actually? This is just me questioning you as a player, not you referring to your notes.
Oh, okay. Just as a player, our ship doesn't have one. I would say though I would do a lot of odd jobs and
Okay.
like if
So have you?
you know
It's
what?
entirely up to you.
I'm gonna say that where I live, there were some androids that got broken a lot because they did jobs that a lot of people wouldn't want to do,
Okay.
and so
Sure.
as extra pay, I
Okay.
got to
Sure.
repair.
So you're used to this, maybe.
But it's not I self-taught.
Okay. So this is an old advanced model. So because this is 70 years old, it would have been reasonably advanced at the time.
I think if anything advanced came to me, I wouldn't know how to deal with it.
Well, yeah, but this is like 70-year-old advanced technology.
Okay, so
You know what I mean?
I would kind of
So
maybe.
you can tell that this was not necessarily top of the line, but pretty solid.
Yeah.
At one point, definitely high end at one point. And history has marched on from there, basically. You're able to kind of replace maybe some modules in the back of her head or something like that, kind of reroute a few things. You're not able to do like a full cosmetic
no, I
repair because you
wouldn't.
can't get the, you
Oh.
don't have the synthetic skin or anything like that. So you probably shave off a little bit of the hair on the back of her head. She's going to have a little bit of a skin flap kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it look pretty because that's just not like how my character would. It's just
Sure.
if
You're just going to
get it
staple
work
the
it.
skin back in.
Yeah, just get it as working as possible,
Great.
and so it's not exposed and the wires won't.
Okay.
Like,
So Ava looks great as long as you don't look at the back of her head.
yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Great. So you kind of reboot Ava, and she looks up at you and says, "Yes, Ava 6. How can I help you?"
What was your last task?
I was set to repair the engines while the crew was in hypersleep, hoping for the incredibly unlikely shot of rescue.
Did you complete your task?
No.
Well, complete your task.
Okay, so she nods, stands up, walks out.
Is anyone with them?
We probably could have got more information. But all right.
Is any of the other crew? They are. What's remaining is
I got my
a
job done.
Marine and a couple other.
Yep. So there's the XO,
XO.
Marine, medic, and company agent.
Okay. The company agent's Karen.
Clayton.
Clayton.
Oh,
You made that up.
Okay, damn it. Okay, Clayton. Karen Clayton is her name.
Yep. She would like to see your manager.
So is anyone gonna go with her? You know,
I'll just go.
How confident do we feel that we're alone now on this ship?
So you're gonna follow Ava?
Yeah,
Great.
sure.
Hey,
Okay.
Rye.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out what happened to Ava? You
Uh,
ask her.
okay.
So here's what I'm gonna say is like you leave and you
Yeah.
follow Ava and you kind of travel through the ship a little bit. You are like, hey, wait a minute, and you radio, and this dialogue is coming through your radio at the exact moment that Ava walks into the reactor control.
Yeah.
And the so do you remember what reactor control looked like the last time you were here?
There was a nest thing in here, and it was highly radiated.
What was in the nest?
We did not investigate it.
Nope. There
No?
was
Oh, a dead body.
there was a spacesuit
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
spacesuit.
with a fogged up helmet. Do you remember that?
No.
Yes,
it was too
yes,
dark.
yes. I remember.
No,
It was
remember.
floating.
I don't remember.
No,
at
it
all.
was crumpled up basically.
Oh, I thought it was floating. So it was fogged up spacesuit.
A crumpled up spacesuit. Its filthy helmet is mostly fogged, and the tattered suit looks like it was set on fire at one point.
Oh.
So, over the radio comes Miller asking, like, do you want to? Oh, sorry. What did you ask exactly again?
Hey, Rye. Did you ever find out what happened to Ava?
No.
Where that damage came from?
So that question comes through at the exact moment you turn the corner into the reactor control room, and you see that the nest is still there, a little bit disturbed, like something jostled it, and the spacesuit is gone.
Oh. Ava?
Ava just walks past it and starts to.
Ava.
Yes, how can I help you?
How did you get that damage done to you?
I was met with some resistance.
Can you describe the resistance?
Yes, some sort of infected creature assaulted me and then abandoned the attack very quickly.
Ava, can we go back and tell the rest of the crew what you just told me really quick?
If you think that's wise.
I think it's really, really wise.
Of course, I'd be happy to help.
Yes, thank you, Ava.
You're welcome.
All right. Is she coming?
Yeah,
All right. When she gets to the door,
sure.
can I shook
Sure, yeah,
when she's pushed through?
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She looks at you, seal the door. Like, do you try to lock the door or anything like that? Do you have any, like, you don't have any security codes here.
No, I
mean,
don't.
You could destroy the lock and make it extremely difficult to get back in here.
No,
later.
no, I'm just gonna close it.
Okay.
Gonna close it.
Great.
The radiation was there earlier. Let's just go back
Okay.
really quick.
Okay. So Ava's like, if you insist, it will be difficult to repair the engines when not in the reactor control room.
Yes.
Ava, you
but I feel
sassy.
like we need a. I'll help you when that time comes around, but I think we need to double check the safety of the environment first, and then we will complete our mission of fixing the vents.
Are you freaking out?
No,
Great.
just ting 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 ting.
Okay. So while Ava and Rye leave and return to the med bay, what is everybody else doing?
So Wilson is just very much looking at this awful mangled.
So you've collected as many sample tubes as you really want.
Yeah.
How many do you want?
As many as I want. Well,
You've got plenty of time and plenty of tubes.
15.
15 tubes?
15 tubes.
Okay.
15 goo tubes.
So
please.
15 tubes are more than you can inconspicuously carry.
Oh.
No, you can put them in a satchel and have a,
Jingle, jingle,
Yeah.
jingle, 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 jingle. Nothing.
there's you probably want to secure them a little more safely, but yes. You just put them in your straight into your pockets. Put them in your
There.
back pockets.
Yeah.
And sit down.
One of each.
I'm like just like a comically large
What?
jacket filled with tubes.
Yep. Just a trench coat. Like, hey kid, want some goo?
Some goo.
Oh God.
What are you buying?
Goo.
So, sounds like you are collecting a huge volume of samples.
Yes.
All the samples.
What about the two of you?
Davis is looking at the, getting a closer look at the creatures in the tubes.
Okay, in the jars or the tubes?
In the jars.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's none in the tubes.
Well, there's the one tube you haven't opened yet.
Right.
We shouldn't open it.
Well, Davis is looking at the jars
Okay.
first.
Great. So in the jars,
I hate it. I hate it already.
do you? All of it?
Yes, I hate it.
The
else
two
could
the two
happen?
jars seem to have creatures similar to the one you threw the axe through. They're basically like these weird murder deer. Again, they kind of have. Now that you're kind of able to look at it and examine it more closely, you see that they seem to have like almost a smooth, translucent, bulbous head.
So you can kind of see a bone through the skin.
Well, you don't even see a bone. You just
Okay.
kind of see like fluids kind of. I mean, I guess they're inert now, but you kind of see like globules in there, basically. And then there's kind of a very small, tight skeleton around the body, and then like somewhat like long, distended legs.
Okay, I want to tink on the glass with the handle of my axe.
Great.
Ding, ding,
Okay.
ding.
Have you cleaned
Gently.
the black stuff off of your axe?
I did.
Yeah, once
Okay, what did
Wilson
you-
was done.
Great. Okay. Great. So you tink on it with the handle of your axe, or the
Handle, not the blade.
Okay.
Yeah, the butt of the axe.
Okay,
burnt butt.
the metal butt. Okay. Great.
With the wooden butt.
Okay.
It's
The
future
handle.
axe.
Sure.
Just like I flip it upside down, so I'm holding it. Blade is down. Things
So
up.
I feel like you just pointed the blade at your own organs.
No, I did it
which
really.
I love that.
I did it in
That's
a really
fine, that's fine.
cool
Yep.
way.
Right at your
Just
organ.
like,
Yep. So you
That's
tink tink
Yeah.
tink
yeah.
tink. They don't move.
Okay.
You can unseal the jar.
Let's not.
I just want to
will
make sure their
tackle you.
options are laid out here.
I will fight you.
I bet you it's one hell of a high if you tried it.
Oh my
There.
God.
Let's rise here now.
The goo?
I want to go over to the tube now.
So
bloody
it
tube.
looks like these are smaller, a little bit smaller than the one that you fought that way.
Okay.
Time to kill it. Let's kill it.
I'm with
Sure.
that.
Let's kill all of it. Let's just burn the whole ship down.
Well, no, I'm not. No, we can't. We can't. We're safe.
So you're gonna go to the med pod,
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm an alien.
and you open the bloody med pod.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Opening the bloody med pod.
I
Apparently.
didn't say
Rye?
that.
Rye.
I think.
Rye.
I think. Well, do you want to interrupt?
I'm not Rye.
So Rye is walking
Oh.
over to the bloody med pod.
Davis.
I'm
You're
Rye.
probably talking to somebody.
She's not right.
You know what I'm doing?
I'm sorry, Davis. I apologize.
You know what I'm doing?
Yep.
I'm
Spartacus.
asking my GM if there's enough time to rest here and reduce my stress.
Do you feel like you are safe here?
Yeah.
No.
Then no.
I could go somewhere else and rest.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, go somewhere alone. That
Yeah.
would be really helpful, Miller.
I'm taking
do
my
you-
incinerator
Where
with
do you
me.
feel?
Sorry.
Where do you feel would be a safe place to go?
Are there like quarters where people like lounge or hang
Sure.
out?
Yeah, you can go to the mess hall.
They have a foosball machine.
You haven't been to the
No,
mess hall yet?
something less.
There's the captain's quarters up near the bridge.
Yes.
Great.
Perfect.
Right. So Davis Miller is going to leave and go de-stress alone in the captain's quarters on the bridge.
Stop! Stop! God, I hate it.
All
I
I'm
hate
doing,
it.
all I'm doing is reiterating what you're saying.
Yes,
Safe.
in no uncertain terms to make me paranoid.
Okay, well, just
Yes, I'm going
Great.
by
from
myself
a
back to
character
the captain's
perspective,
quarters.
if you leave us now without us having decided another course of action, we're all going to think that's very strange that you're abandoning us and running
So
away.
be it.
No, I prefer it actually.
Great.
Your-
So
your perception
You'll
of me is
probably
not
look
my
up as
concern.
he walks out.
Okay.
Captain.
So you are over by the
Captain.
bloody med pod.
Yeah. Do I see him leaving?
Roll a d6.
5.
Great. Yeah. You see him leaving.
Captain. What's up? What's the plan?
I'm
Where are we
taking the
going?
necessary precautions in order to stabilize morale.
Get out of here.
Wow. I feel like you just take out a clipboard, 1 demerit.
Yeah. No. So Wilson does actually like mark this down on some kind of.
My back is turned.
I don't
so
know. You don't have to see it.
You can just
Don't worry. Your
Feel-
supervisors will.
feel
though.
free.
I think Clayton is just like, yeah, she's like, yeah.
Yeah. That's a strike.
Yep. So if you're gonna go spend 10 minutes, you can reduce your stress by 1.
Sweet. Does he, like when he
Last
goes
time it was
into a
an
different
hour,
place,
now
does he
it's
hear
10
any
minutes. I'm
chomping
getting good
sounds
at
or any
this.
skittering?
We'll get there.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm a kind of benevolent GM, so I'm gonna give him 10 minutes to reduce his stress before I immediately ratchet it back up.
All right.
It's not happening.
you-
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Open up the bloody med pod.
Say, yo, Wilson.
Yeah.
I don't like having not knowing what's behind our backs. I think we need to pop open this tube and see what's in there so that something doesn't hop out and surprise us. You want to just like be ready with the shotgun there?
Wilson turns and looks at the Marine.
The Marine is still talking to Flynn. You do see Clayton kind of looks at the med pod and looks at you and tries to like subtly nod, like,
Does Clayton have a gun?
no.
Can I get the? I'm gonna get the Marine's attention.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want?
Got a gun?
Who the hell goes to sleep with a gun?
I love her.
Thanks for your help.
She's so
You're welcome.
sad.
You want to give me that one? I can probably shoot it better than you can.
You're probably right. I wasn't trained with guns.
Are you going to give me the gun then?
Are you gonna do your job?
Yeah.
I actually don't want to give up my gun. I got this. He struggles to
you
get
do.
his
You
gun
do.
out of his back.
Okay.
I'm
Good.
sorry for checking if you could be helpful.
Great.
All right.
So Wilson kind of like, as he walks over, he feeds the gun its gun food. And,
Like literally, the Marines. Oh my god.
so that was for Will. That was for Will.
I'm giving you
Here
gun
comes the
pellets.
Gun.
Here comes the airplane gun.
No, this gun does feel, it's pretty big in Wilson's hands.
Yep.
But he's trying to act like a little more confident with it than he might normally be. So he's kind of like a little like
Okay.
taking
So,
a second to set himself and then looks up.
Just want you to know, you look like an idiot. We'll go with it.
Hey, you get in front. You open it then.
so the two of you jockey with each other as you approach the med tube.
Yeah.
You notice that the Marine just kind of actually like shakes her head and kind of turns away, goes back to Flynn, and the Clayton just kind of seems to be quietly observing.
The Clayton.
But Karen Clayton.
Yep.
Wilson, if you get into a
You're not here.
if you get into a gunfight,
Can't hear anything.
if you get into like a shootout,
I feel like this is like an annoying ambient.
asking you a question out of character.
We said Wilson.
Joe, how about that? If you get into a shootout, is that called a food fight?
Yes.
A gun food fight.
That was worth it.
This is like, gotta speed this up. Speed it up. Come on, open up. Pop it up.
All right.
Pop it
Sorry.
Pop it on up.
Okay.
Axe at the ready.
You gonna pop it open?
Yeah.
That's how guns work.
One-handed axe, actually. Press the button.
You have to say.
You gotta shoot off from the side.
Great.
That's
So
how you
one-handed action. You press the button,
Yeah.
and it flashes locked. You just have to like unlock it basically.
Okay.
So you have to spend a little more time with the controls.
Yeah, sure.
Throw the axe.
Great. So you touch the controls. You unlock it. The light goes green. Open it.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Great.
Just pull the trigger. As soon as
Hell
it-
yeah.
Unbiased
I
DM.
pull the trigger as soon as it
DM,
opens.
whatever.
You push the button, and like this is kind of like imagine the cryopods.
Yeah.
But like a little bit bigger because there's machinery in the inside to do a lot of medical work, including you realize vivisection.
Is that like an early Nintendo?
Yeah. Vivisection is when you dissect something while it is still alive.
Oh, I love those. Chris.
Wow.
So
Gross.
you find
I'm not ready for this.
that there is something in this tube that closely resembles a human, but not quite. So imagine a person with arms that are much too long
Oh.
and a gelatinous cowl over their heads, over their face,
I don't want it.
giving them a bulbous eye. It's somewhat translucent and mottled gray.
What does it smell like? I'm assuming it's got like a
We
woof
have
of
the
air.
suits
Everything.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
unless you
that's true.
open it up to take a big old sniff.
Yeah.
Do you want to open it up, take a big old sniff?
You know
Open it,
what?
take a bit.
Yeah, no.
Puff it.
So it looks like the lower torso, of this creature has been opened up and examined, as has the skull, the head section, and you can see that it's pretty much like it's all soft inside there. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of bone left in the head, and it looks like it's kind of smoothed over in most of the front, like the eyes and the nose are mostly kind of covered up, and like the head seems to have kind of extended out like this. But a lot of that is cut open, and it looks like there's kind of a number of kind of arms from the medical device that are kind of like waiting there like they have been used, kind of like prying open different parts of the head.
Ooh.
Take a big old good look at it. Are any of the previous crew watching? Is Clayton looking at it?
Wait, is this the body that you guys put in earlier?
No.
Oh, this is a different body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other two.
So what are you doing?
Are any of the previous crew watching what we're doing?
Clayton is.
Clayton. It's one of yours?
Yes. He was examined.
This is a human. Was a human.
Yes. As you can see, the effects of the 26 Dracona strain are powerful and valuable.
So what's the difference between the face jumpy ones and the goo face thing? Is that the same situation that's happening?
The same situation. What are you doing, by the way? What are you doing? So you're standing next to it. Are you pointing at it, touching it, prodding, anything like that?
Gesturing
Gesturing?
towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Gesticulating at it.
So she says, same situation.
Yeah, is it virus, chemical, whatever? Is it
Yes, the chemical seems to induce these creatures to grow inside a host. They then burst out and mature. This particular creature, this variant here, seems to be a side effect of that process, some sort of exposure to a additional mutagenic agent.
So this is after it explodes the head or before the thing
No,
grows in it?
no. This appears to be some sort of side effect of something created by the creatures that burst out.
So sometimes they go in the head and burst it, and sometimes they just goo you up real good.
Gross.
Yes, sometimes they goo you up real good.
All right.
So, like as you say, all right, and kind of turn back towards it, it lunges for you.
Can I shoot wildly?
Oh.
I had my eyes on
What?
it. I had my eyes on
No!
it. Can I shoot it?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
absolutely,
why?
absolutely.
Okay, I would like to.
Hold on.
Make
What
it go big.
what I'm going to do is let you draw twice from the initiative.
Ooh.
Twice.
I draw twice, or?
No, he draws twice.
Okay.
Face hugs are the best hugs.
Do you want this card? Or do you want a different card?
I want the bottom card.
You want the bottom card?
You didn't just
So
like
I
kill
get
it
this card?
immediately?
Wait.
It was dead. It did look very dead. It did not look alive.
Great.
So has it been
would've just incinerated
oh
it
gosh,
on
I just
site.
realized something really twisted.
What?
Twisted.
Has it been alive and what is it called when you pull it out?
Vivisected
Yeah, vivisected.
for 70 years.
Yeah.
Sitting here.
Yeah.
Sealed in the tube that was locked and it couldn't get out of.
Yeah, so it's just been stabbed over and over and over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
twisted.
what initiative did you get?
that's good.
And just tell you what I got?
Sure.
8.
3.
Great. You get to go first. What would you like to do?
I would like to feed it some of my gun food.
Great.
Gun food.
So I'd like to eject the gun food at the gun. At the goo gun.
Projectile.
Go ahead.
So that would be. What do I? What would I
So
roll
you're
for
going to
that,
roll
actually?
agility plus your
Projectile vomit.
range weapons.
Okay, so what is?
So your range weapon will be like a skill. Do you have a skill that says range weapon?
No.
Range combat?
Range combat, yeah.
Great. Roll that plus
Agility.
agility.
Spitting
Plus the-
watermelon
okay.
seeds.
And then does the let me see the card weapon?
Oh yeah.
It might have a bonus on it.
It's 4, and then how much?
Yes,
what
you're
else?
going to add 2 dice because this is bonus
Chess
plus
says,
2.
Okay,
do you
so
feel
6
like the
total.
GM says,
6
do you
plus
feel like
your
you're
stress.
safe here? Not
Plus my
anymore.
Verbal or stress? Don't get a 1 on the stress.
Hey, you got a 1 on the stress.
Got a 1 on the stress.
I said don't.
Oh, I thought you said do.
No, I said don't. Ones
Okay,
are
I
bad.
get to roll again. That's re-rollsies.
No, I don't think
Three
that's
rolls
true.
each
No,
roll.
definitely not true.
So I got no 6s and 1 on
So
stress.
you can push.
Of course you
Push,
do.
but
I
again,
would like to
stress.
push.
Great.
Thank you.
Here you go.
I'm so upset.
Okay, so
Now
now
you get 3 stress.
How did you
I roll
fail?
everything again.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything that wasn't a success.
I'm gonna roll these.
The
ones
roll
this time.
shoot
Those ones
the
are too big.
alien.
What? But these are casino weighted dice.
I know,
Or
but
not
I don't
weighted, but
believe
He
in
doesn't, he doesn't want fair.
That makes them
casinos. Don't
worse.
exist.
This is.
They're weighted. They're loaded.
They are.
I got 1 6 in the regular ones.
Okay.
And I got a 6 in the stress die, which I don't know. If
No
means
ones?
anything. No ones.
Great. There's probably some rule about how you can't re-roll your 1s or something like that, but I'm not really worried about it in these cases.
Okay.
You guys are pushing yourself often enough for me to enjoy it.
Push it to
So,
the limits.
how much damage does your shotgun do?
My shotgun does. It says it kills whatever I shoot it at instantly.
Great. I guess it's dead.
That's
then.
plus 3 damage.
Oh, okay. I was actually going to trust you.
Oh no! It says 1 hit kill. It says win. It says I win the game. We did it.
Only you win. The rest of them die.
Well, I can take it.
So
our
yeah.
prize
So
money.
Also, you totally don't shoot me, who's standing right in front of you.
correct.
Probably.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So
Thank
you turn back. It leaps for
pleasure.
you.
I
And then there's a huge shotgun blast.
But with also like a yelp on my part, I literally just genuinely scared.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
pulled the
also,
trigger.
Davis does not scream like I just screamed. Davis
You sure?
is a cool cucumber.
Wilson screams like you just screamed.
Yes.
That's like no
That
joke.
was the sound. Great. So you shoot the shotgun, and it's yeah, and its head explodes and splatters.
Nice.
Its head explodes into spiders.
Good.
Yes.
Spider. Ooh.
It's just by splatters.
Oh, I
Yes,
was
definitely explodes into spiders. Everybody roll initiative for the spiders.
It could have. I was nervous. Do you want to get initiative cards back?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
That was it?
Yep.
Cool.
Well, it's
We won-
dead.
We won the
Okay.
game.
Nice.
Look, just because I made a
killed
threat
two
up here
aliens.
doesn't mean it was actually scary.
It was half cut in half anyway.
Davis regards the carnage
And it wasn't
stoically.
stressful at
Yeah.
all.
Do you have like a nice bit of splat right down your glasses?
Yeah, it's over my helmet.
Okay, and then you can see like I sampled this off your.
Oh.
no.
Gross.
So you see, you turn back to see Flynn hiding under the table with his hands over his head, and you see Reed had turned and kind of run towards the situation, and Clayton had, you see, just put herself so that it is her Reed the situation.
Oh, smart.
Ah, I didn't know the Jersey Shore was on this ship.
Yep.
Wait,
That's little do you know he's playing the role of the abomination in this episode.
Yeah, again, still super stoic. Did you know that was going to happen?
At Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton looks at you very calmly and says, "Obviously not. I would have warned you."
Okay, then.
Good.
I'm going to close the tube.
It just like
Yeah.
Shutting off the thing.
So it comes down, and the thing's arm's there, and it touches the arm, and opens back up.
Shove the arm back in with the butt of my axe.
Okay.
And then try and close it again.
Great. Why don't you?
no.
roll for spiders.
You succeed.
Okay. Okay.
Can't.
So I hear this
Can't.
gunshot.
Great. So you kind of and then it seals back down.
What the heck happened in here?
Where did you
Fine.
go again? I
Handle
totally
it.
forgot.
I went back
You're
to
coming
the
back.
because the robot. The
Oh,
rover-
that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So, so you're almost down the hallway when you hear the gunshot. You presumably start running.
Yeah.
Great. So you run right past Ava, who's walking perfectly calmly.
Just tell her hurry up with me, I guess.
Oh yeah, and then okay. So if you tell her to hurry up, she immediately just like very casually, without like any sort of exertion, just matches your exact pace.
Jesus. Good for her.
Terrifying.
Yeah, and then you kind of reach the door probably when you come in to see everybody kind of alert with the situation with the med pod closing.
Is there more of them?
Yeah. We took care of the situation now, so you don't have to worry about
Captain would probably want to know.
Well,
What's going
Captain's
on?
not here. Captain left.
it. Cap took a nap.
Probably
I'm
something
gonna
really
look around.
easy you could do to alert them to what's going on.
I shot a gun. That should be enough.
Did I hear it? Gunshot?
I don't think so. I think you were far enough away.
Captain,
Yeah,
we had a hostile. We took care of it.
that's hilarious.
I'm glad I called. I love these chats.
Hey, Wilson.
What?
I hate you.
So I guess I will go ahead and I don't see my captain in here. I know I
Correct.
can't really
Correct.
trust you. Don't know about you.
I just killed the thing.
Oh, I don't know. Well, you I know I don't know about. You.
All right, so Reed kind of looks around at each of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and basically say we have more of a situation.
Reed kind of like raises her eyebrows as far as you've seen a human raise her eyebrows, crosses her arms and says, "We do we? Please elaborate. What is the further situation?"
Listen, we're trying to help you here, so maybe give us a chance. We just did the thing.
Drama.
Yeah, Captain laughed.
All right.
You totally didn't F that up. I'm very impressed.
Thanks.
I totally thought you were going to blow that, so.
You handled yourself well too.
So, as you can see, your robot got messed up while trying to fix the reactor. When we came in,
Ava says, "Yes, I was assaulted."
yes. All right. When I came in with the captain, we went into the reactor room first, and there was a nest of some sort with a kind of like corpse, I guess, a spacesuit in the reactor area. I just went back to
There was no spacesuit there when we returned, Ava says.
Well, that's not good.
There's more of these things.
Hey,
Yes.
Captain, you might want to get back down here.
Is my time up?
I don't think so.
Never mind, Captain. Just have a nice bath.
So,
Captain,
All right,
Yeah,
well,
wait,
hold
you
on.
tell
Why
me
don't we
bath
why don't we
bombs.
take a moment to let the captain decide if the situation makes him want to go join the rest of you.
No. They had it handled.
If you see a space
I didn't
running
hear
around up there, just go
anything.
say hi to it, Captain.
I didn't hear anything.
captain's comms are probably
I'm spending
off
10
after
full
this.
minutes. Okay?
Listen to some like Enya.
Yeah.
So
I can probably like explore a little bit, like around the place.
sure, yeah. So like you remember you go to the bridge, you see the scene on the bridge, and then you see because you go to the Clayton's corporate quarters, the corporate suite, and so this was a spacious area that once was luxurious, but now you can see that the bed is soaked in blood, the couch cushion stuffing is all torn out, and the furniture of the room has been destroyed.
But the furniture of the room is just tacky.
You do, however, notice
fake leopard
that
carpet.
actually,
improvement?
do you search the room, or do you just kind of use this room as like a safe spot?
My safe space.
Okay, great.
Wait, okay, you go in here, you see blood, and you're like, it's fine. I feel relaxed. I
can
feel
be safe.
relaxed.
This is a
in
safe
this
print.
blood.
This is a typewriter.
So you're just going to kind of like try to calm down here. Okay. So like I think the camera, just for the audience's sake, will get my
I hate
audio
it.
cable off of this.
I hate it.
The camera, just for the audience's sake, will it'll focus on you. Okay. And then focus will shift behind you.
No! No!
To show the open door
No!
to the walk-in closet.
No!
And the audience will see the control panel to the escape pod.
Okay.
But you won't.
Okay.
It's almost like going off on your own wasn't a good idea.
So,
Maybe.
It's fine.
your
Everything's
time
fine.
your time isn't up. Your crew has asked for your help. You're gonna be like, no, I need some time.
I say,
It's totally okay if you do.
Captain, just say Davis is in charge. Captain,
Captain, don't say that. I repeat, Captain, don't say that.
Captain,
oh,
Hashtag
man.
anyone with Davis.
come on.
Oh, hey,
Come on.
wait a minute. I thought I was the acting captain.
Listen, not with that hat. Sham, have you been on the line the whole time? Oh my God.
Oh my god! What was that?
One of our
What
gels
happened?
One of our gels just fell. And we had a gel jump scare. That one, let's blame Dominic for that one.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Okay.
maybe
Click that, please. If you can click that, that'd be
maybe we
great.
should just take a moment. Wow.
It
Wow.
almost feels like somebody's watching me.
That is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I totally did not notice
Oh
that
my
until
God.
you screamed, and then I heard a little ruffling.
I heard a
didn't know what
noise.
it
I
was.
was like, oh, a
And
noise happened.
My
And Emma
immediate,
screamed, and I screamed.
my immediate thought was that a raccoon had broken into the studio.
I was like, who's
and was,
trying
and
to,
was
like-
like, my wife is going to be so happy.
You know, actually, it would probably go viral if like a raccoon just dropped.
Imagine like a possum just fell on the table.
You doing okay over
I'm
there?
gonna do a pink card on the bag that just fell out of this.
I would like the X
ceiling.
card
I don't
gravity,
like it.
please.
I don't think a
If
possum
we
would
actually
live.
get away on this one, it's a little wobbly. Thank you.
I don't think a
Don't
possum
don't
would live
drop
from that height.
anything.
We all okay?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So like
Emma.
we are about halfway
Jeez.
through. We are about halfway through.
Okay.
Do we feel like we need to take a bathroom break? Do we need to take a moment
I
to?
don't. I just want to keep. I want it to be over.
Okay. I'm gonna take that in the best way possible.
I wanna take a second.
Okay,
I
you wanna
think
take a
I'm
second?
starting to feel
Okay.
nervous.
Let's take a quick
I
second.
mean, that's kind of why I was asking.
Okay.
So why don't we take like a 5-minute break? Okay. All right.
5-minute break.
Okay.
I don't want to watch the clip of that after.
Oh, I can't wait to send it to you.
Oh, I'm gonna make it if no one else did.
So
Get it, yeah.
why don't we're gonna take a 5-minute break?
Oh god.
We'll come back. People can go to the bathroom. They can kind of collect themselves. They can reduce their stress level by 1, but not in the game.
Okay.
Aww.
All right. Let us know when we're out. All right. We don't know if that was actually 5 minutes, but close enough. So after our you need to mic back up. What are you doing? Look at you. Whoa. Wow. Well, everybody, sorry for that. I hear some of you had headphones. So you're also chewing right next to it now too. Really, you're just doubling down. Anyway,
Self-care.
after we had some exciting equipment assistance in setting the mood, is how I would describe it.
Clink.
Everybody was a little excited.
I am not high-strung.
It seemed like it was a good time to take a few minutes and just kind of relax a little bit, collect yourselves, come back to things. I can hear the gobshop from here, so I can just imagine what it's like. Okay, great. You're muted, so you're
What are you
safe.
doing with that?
Let us know when you're done with that. We'll unmute you and we'll return you to civilization. Oh, boy.
That's the shame hoodie.
So, great.
Captain's taking a nap. Don't worry about
That's
it.
right,
Keep
he's
going.
de-stressing.
Captain's taking a nap.
He's de-stressing, guys. So you getting more stress.
So as you can tell, this is a very serious, horrific game. You're doing a real good job. So, if I recall, when last we left off,
I don't even remember what was going to happen.
you guys were arguing about where the captain was, and Cham had just
Oh,
chimed
I was
in.
saying, Captain, put me in charge. Captain Davis.
Yeah.
Vote
No,
for Davis.
Again,
All right,
hashtag
you-
Davis
anyone
for
but Davis.
captain. Hashtag.
You good?
Yeah.
You wanna- All right, now you want to unmute him? Okay, great.
All right.
Captain. Davis is in charge.
Yeah.
Captain.
Captain.
No.
Yeah.
Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Davis.
What?
Just say the word Davis.
Davis.
Okay. You see,
No,
Captain
that's
said.
not how, Captain.
Ca-
Captain Davis is saying you're putting them in charge.
No.
Oh.
Exactly.
Come on, Captain.
Wait, there's a light, red light blinking here. Mother has a message. You want me to just pipe that one through?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. It's this button, and Cham pushes a button, and you hear self-destruct initiated.
What?
T minus 10 minutes.
Stop it.
The
No.
Montero?
No, stop it. No, seriously,
Oh.
stop. No.
Cham.
No, what?
Cham.
So Cham, no, I didn't. I
did
didn't.
you
I didn't
do?
do that. I
Okay, we
didn't
need
do.
to get-
I
we need to get-
didn't do that.
Cham, get off the ship.
Cham, put a brick under the accelerator and just push the ship into space while you get off of it. That's how that works.
That is not how
Wilson-
piloting works.
Wilson-
You
I'm not
think
a
it's my
pilot.
job?
Wilson
I'm a
hasn't
pilot.
flown the ship
Well, you
before,
figure
has
it
he? But the umbilical is still attached.
Just take a breath. Okay. Who
Okay.
knows anything about the self-destruct? Captain?
I do.
What?
It's going off.
Thank you,
Cham.
Cham.
Not helping.
All right.
Not
Can I
helping.
contact really quick to stop the Cham from blowing up?
You are not on that ship.
There.
No, but I mean, I can still
Oh, you want to tell? You want to talk
Tell
him
him-
through?
yeah,
sure.
talk
Great.
him through.
So do you have any idea how you would stop the? Well, with some context skills, you would know the way that you stop the ship from self-destructing is to have the captain or the company agent tell the ship to stop self-destructing.
Oh, okay. Company agent. I'm gonna just go. My friend's on that ship. You stop that ship from blowing up. Give the instructions right now.
Why did it go to self-destruct in the first place? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
9 minutes.
I
think
guess
it's still
means I'm
counting down.
done resting now, right?
We'll give you your rest. Okay. That'll be nice. So you're down to what, 3 now?
4.
Okay, so you were at 5. Great.
Jim, get off the Montero. Disconnect. Get off the Montero.
Disconnect the ship.
Wait, we don't want to disconnect, leave the ship by itself.
We don't need the ship.
We don't need the ship.
We
This
need
one's
the
full of
ship.
aliens.
But if this self-destructs here, it's gonna take the Cronus with it.
Davis, can
And
we set it off to go in some
Champ
direction
says,
away from us?
if it self-destructs here, it's gonna take the Cronus with it. I've got an idea, and he just kind of goes off.
No,
No. Cham!
No,
Cham
just,
wow.
just tell it not to self-destruct. You can do that.
Is it ShamWow?
Chamwow.
So, what are all of you doing?
Cham's my best friend. I can't let him die.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to get to the air pod
great.
to,
Great, so you're gonna go to the airlock?
yeah.
That takes a while to open?
Damn it. I have to go help him somehow.
Great.
And I'll keep calling Cham
Okay.
while I'm,
So you're just spamming the radio with Cham?
yeah.
At one point, Cham's like, look, I'm trying to concentrate here. And that's all that you get through.
Yeah.
So, so you're going to run to the airlock.
I completely forgot about everything because
Okay.
he's
Great.
my best friend.
As you run away, Ava will say, I will go to the engines. I think they're they're going to be even more important shortly. And she heads to the engines very calmly. What are you doing?
Just let everybody know, if that thing blows up, I am not paying for it.
Well, go stop it. Go tell it not to blow up. That's what your job.
You want me to go over onto the ship and talk to it?
Yes, that's what you do.
8
That's your
minutes
one
remaining.
job.
Okay. Guys, let's try to get into Mother on this ship. And see if we can send a signal or something. Intercept whatever's going on over there.
It's not a bad plan.
And I would like to try to get the. Can I talk to the Cronus crew?
Sure. Well, I mean, you can run back to the med bay.
I run back to the med bay.
Okay.
I didn't find any,
what is the Cronus group doing? Now they must have heard
They
this as
all
well.
kind of look. Well, no, I mean, you guys are in suits. They don't hear anything unless you tell them. I mean, they can see that you're clearly agitated. Clayton looks at you and is like, "What's going on?" And you see the Marine actually gets up and kind of grabs you by the shoulder, the arm, and is like, "What the hell is happening? Did you find another one? What the hell's going on?"
We got a situation with our ship. It's saying that it's trying to self-destruct.
So like Reed's eyes go wide. He's like, "Are you kidding me? The one working ship that we have to get out of here, and it's gonna blow up? Who the hell set that off?"
There.
It was Mother. I arrive.
Great. Sure, yeah. Who the hell set that off? It was Mother. So Clayton looks at him when he says that and looks back at you.
We need to get inside Mother on this ship.
Sit.
Okay. So Clayton basically just turns around and starts walking out.
I follow.
Great.
There. This is going to take way too
I would
much.
go Clayton.
Great.
This is going to take way too much time. I'm going to start running towards the airlock.
Okay.
I guess
Great.
the closest airlock.
Well, so remember, there's only one working
umbilical,
airlock.
Yeah.
Kind of working airlock. It's going to take a couple minutes to get that to
I
work.
started it already.
Yeah, I know.
'cause
Yep. So you're right in there. So you you get to kind of the area. You're starting to decompress kind of the chamber, the non-airlock chamber, to try to get to the broken airlock. And at which point Davis kind of runs up next to you. It's like going through the cycle, but it's going to take a little bit.
Okay.
Come on.
Rye, you might want to get back out the door for a sec.
What do you mean?
Just out the door. Out the door. Just I'm gonna speed it up. Okay, don't worry about it.
No,
Just,
no. We already broke this enough. Just give it a few seconds.
We don't have a few seconds. Okay, we're all gonna be dead if we wait a few seconds. Right? Great.
If this is going to be our only ship, let this. Just...
You hear a big metallic ka-thunk, ka-thunk.
Oh god damn it! He's. Just give it a few seconds. Just trust me. We don't need to mess this up.
No, we don't have time. I'm gonna toss Rye back because my plan, like for the
great.
as a player level,
Yep.
is to like hack through or whatever the door with my axe. Would that be
So just to be
effective?
clear,
Yeah.
you have a fire axe.
Yeah.
This is a metal door.
Through like the mechanism, the locking mechanism. Or
Well,
something?
I mean, so you're just trying to blow it so that,
Yeah.
so you're willing to do explosive decompression to get out of here.
Yeah, it's decompressed a little bit, and
Do
then
you-
like go across the gap.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're willing to
launch
be
across the gap.
okay.
2 kids.
So do you want to try to throw her past the next airlock, basically?
Yeah.
Great. Why don't you the two? Well,
I
why
will
don't-
fight
Why don't you
this.
give me? Sure. Let's do.
No, because this is
fighting
dumb.
again.
We already broke the airlock before, and we're not gonna break
Well,
more
I mean, like
damage
you
to the
can you
ship.
can open this door without breaking it. All you're trying to do right now is avoid explosive decompression.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Get
it's
it?
gonna take. We have like 5 minutes left. It's gonna take 3 minutes
Probably.
for the thing to happen.
Well, okay. So, out of my knowledge, do I know, like, will this mess up the door more?
No, like the door will function. You are expelling a great deal of your air, of which you have remarkably little now because the air scrubbers don't work yet.
Yes. We need.
Are you
the-
willing to gamble your air to get across faster?
Yeah, if willing to save the
Sure.
entire crew.
Sure. So you want to throw her back?
Yeah.
Great. Why don't you roll agility, or actually, why don't you do strength plus unarmed combat?
I don't have enough.
And my stress.
Yep, and your stress. And why don't you're not expecting this.
No.
So I'm going to say you can do agility or strength plus unarmed combat,
I'll do strength.
but at -2, because you're just,
Oh.
you were not expecting her to just grab
Well,
you and
both.
toss you.
So it's either a -4 if I use agility.
No. Either, you can use whichever one you want.
No, because remember I still am
Oh, that's right.
minus, so I gotta use strength. So
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So I have
So many
strength and my stress because I
Yep.
don't have any combat abilities.
You have no unarmed combat or
I
melee
have
combat or anything
ranged
like that?
combat.
Okay, then, yeah, go
Blue
ahead.
dice will prevail.
Do ranged combat?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 6. 2. Oh, I did get a stress.
Oof. 6.
Got 1 stress.
No ones.
You got 1/6 though?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do tie goes to the active.
Okay.
player. You get 1 stress. You get 1 on your 1 stress die. So can you roll a d6 and add your current stress level to it?
Oh yeah, and that's when I get all the
Oh yeah.
high level. 9. So am I still ticking from last time?
No, she doesn't get additional stress. Yeah, you are still
Still
trembling.
shaking.
Trembling.
So now you drop what you're carrying.
My incinerator.
Yep. So hand me the incinerator.
Oh no.
Okay. So, and you're willing to explosively decompress.
Yeah.
Great. So here's what happens.
Oh, my
You walk
incinerator.
forward and you say, "Rye, we don't have time for this." And you grab her, and she's just like, "What?" And you throw her with remarkable strength down the hallway. And you pass where like the next kind of airlock or emergency airlock door would be. And like as you fly back, you lose grip of your incinerator. It kind of comes off your arm. You have the strap on maybe over one shoulder. Comes off, and you punch the door
Yeah.
to
Oh,
open.
my
So the door
incinerator.
opens,
Yeah.
and the air flies out,
Yeah.
pulling you and
Towards
the
the ship.
incinerator with
Yeah.
it towards the ship.
Oh god.
So that incinerator is gone.
Oh.
It's a good thing we got both of them off the ship
Yep.
and used it
Yep.
before we lost it.
Yep. So
You still have the other
why don't you
incinerator.
give me an agility roll?
All
Do you
right.
have any skills to avoid getting
Floating in
slammed
space.
into bulkheads as you are racing through?
Piloting.
No.
Mobility.
Yes, agility
go.
plus mobility. Remember,
All right.
black dice are your skills and attributes. You
Oh, yeah.
keep adding a million
Lost
stress
our
dice to yourself.
flamethrower,
Probably
man.
really needed that.
Yeah.
All right. Agility, mobility.
And then add your
and
2
3
stress dice.
No, that's the only
3
one
stress.
I had.
Okay, great. And then
Okay.
there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's what it is.
I'm so stressed out.
It's in the movie.
Yeah, look, a 6.
Excellent. I have a 1-6.
Great. So you just barely managed to kind of go with the air. So you just pulled out into space, and you start tumbling.
Yeah.
And you just barely managed to maneuver your way out of this damaged airlock. As you can see, that Cham has begun to retract the umbilical that ties the two ships together.
Yeah.
And you just barely grab a hold of it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Sweet.
And like as you start to pull away, you can feel the Montero rumbling. As you know, the engines are kicking on because you've piloted the Montero a lot.
Yeah.
You can tell that it is going somewhere. And you see Cham's face come up through the view hole in the window, and he's like, he sees you there, and he's like, what the? No. Yeah. So, but he's gonna kind of retract it in, and the airlock kind of opens up to welcome you.
Okay.
Great.
So he's piloting the ship away.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Davis, I just want you to be aware that was super dope, and you are crushing it.
Thanks, Captain.
Right, you still have Ryan, do you still have your flamethrower? That'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
So,
We're going to Mother.
So on the radio, you hear Chem, he's like, no, and then he remembers the radio. He's like, and you just hear all of you hear over the radio, what the hell are you doing? Or I'm sorry, it's Chem.
Oh, yeah, because you don't know.
What the hell are you doing? Like, I'm trying to get this ship away to protect all of you. You're jumping. I got the ship untethered, and then you hear of it 3 minutes over the radio, and then it cuts back out. So the rest of you don't understand what's going on. You now have a further airlock issue if you want to try to get off this ship. Get what I mean? So you can bang on the door. There's no window probably in this one, but you can definitely bang on the door.
Well, I don't think my character would be thinking straight
Sure.
at this point. I'm just banging it out of frustration.
Great. Okay. So the rest of you are going to Mother.
Mother.
So you head towards Mother. No, Clayton headed towards Mother first. That's right. So you follow Clayton.
Mama. Just killed an alien.
This goo head.
Pulled my trigger. And then I burned him, so I just blew him up.
So you all follow Clayton to Mother. Clayton gets to the door of Mother, looks at you, looks at Davis, looks at you.
Wait, Davis?
I'm sorry, Miller. I apologize.
Davis looks at
I
Davis
was like,
hey,
wait,
what's up?
Davis is here too? An
Yeah, it's just,
android!
hey, what's
There's
up?
2 of them. Well, can you get us in here?
She's ignoring you.
Wilson pulls out a shotgun.
Okay.
What's going on? What are you doing? Why do you need a shotgun?
Bam, bam. Pistol whip.
What are you doing?
Bam, bam.
I don't know what he's doing.
Wilson, we don't have time for this.
You see Clayton just kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, all right.
Calm down.
What?
Yeah, calm down. What?
What?
Can't let you in there.
What? Well, then why did we just walk all the way over here?
Need you away? I don't know. I actually don't know.
Clayton's basically being like, hey, you and I can go in here.
No.
Not him.
You gotta stay
And she's
back.
like, hey, you're part of his crew. Could you deal with this situation? Because I don't want to have to deal with him.
We're gonna go in there. We're gonna handle this.
And she you see her kind of key a code into the pad. The door opens. She steps in, kind of looks at you.
I pull rank.
I walk in. Right
I'm
there.
going to pull rank.
Okay, well, you pull rank, I'll pull trigger.
Wow.
No, I'm
Wow.
kidding. Wow.
If this is how I die, then I'm fine with
Wilson,
that.
well, I'm not going to shoot you. I'm not.
I don't
want to
die by aliens, so yeah, please shoot me.
Wilson just kind of holds the gun up and walks back into the.
Okay. But you're going to try to convince him. So technically, do you outrank him? I think you do.
I'm the captain.
You are, but he's also the company agent.
But he's the boss. He's from corporate.
Yeah, sorry. Synergy.
He's from corporate, and corporate means best friends.
Yeah, we're. Do you think Wayland Yutani bought Disney?
Disney bought Wayland.
Disney absolutely bought
Technically, Disney bought Fox, so.
Oh yeah, they bought Wayland Yutani and Skynet. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Thanks,
that.
Disney.
Disney owns it all. Praise be the mouse.
Give me rain, give me rain, give me rain.
You know, I joke, but how many of us
Sure,
would
we're
take
gonna do
that
what I
sweet,
say.
sweet
Yeah,
Disney
I'll let
money,
it.
though?
You want to pull rank?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Great.
Yeah.
Your stress
I'd
goes
take
up by
that
1.
Sweet, sweet Disney
Yes, it
money.
does.
Hey, get on that.
Before or after?
By doing it initiates it by 1. So it's before.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So you are going to need to roll to resist this pull rank.
Okay.
So you're rolling empathy plus manipulation, or empathy plus command,
Okay.
versus your
yeah,
empathy
yeah.
plus manipulation.
That's right. That's like when I pulled rank on you.
Oh, plus your stress. You're not very stressed.
He's stress of 5.
I'm stressed at 5.
No, Wilson
And
isn't very
I
stressed.
also roll stress die?
Yep.
Okay.
You roll 3 stress dice.
Yeah.
You grab 4. There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Cool.
3 6s.
Wow.
What?
How many did you get?
2.
Would you like to push yourself?
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot about that one. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, never mind. This was over here. Okay.
I bet you were counting the number of 6s you
I
had.
want to
Like,
push.
damn.
Push on this.
That's a lot of 6s.
Want to push on this? Want to push? Want to push?
It's up to you. That'll put you at 6 stress.
No, I'm not gonna push.
6 stress?
You did get a 1, though.
I got a 1.
Oh, you got a 1?
What is
on
your
my
stress?
Roll a
5.
Yeah, 1.
Oh, man.
roll a d6 and add 5 to it.
So I just have to roll less than.
No, you're gonna roll a d6. You're gonna add your current stress to it.
So I have
I'm
to
gonna
roll
consult
1
the table.
to not.
Correct. You have to roll 1 to not do a thing.
So now you want low numbers.
No, I don't want a 1.
Low numbers, low numbers.
Oh, here. We'll do.
I hope
do
you get all
this middle
6s.
one, yeah.
Oh.
In character, not me. I support you, Javion. You know I'm definitely supportive
5.
of you and
Plus
your
5.
behaviors.
Great.
That's a 10.
So here's what happens.
Great.
You aim your gun, and you're like, I don't want to do this, and you back up, and you're like, Wilson, let me in there, and Wilson does not follow your order, and you just freeze, and then the door closes.
Oh.
On the other side of the door, Wilson just.
Here you go. Would you consider yourself a friendly PC?
No. So friendly in a corporate sense, which means no.
Great. Then your stress increases by 1 too.
Okay.
So you just increase the stress of everyone around you. Great.
We're both like that on the opposite side of the door.
So
My
while this is going
body's
on,
telling me no.
Rye, do you do anything? Other than, like, do you come to your senses before
Well, how
time is
long-
up?
I mean,
Do you have any
guess-
other? Does Rye have any other plan to deal with the situation?
like, I guess, like, is there, like, I know there's an escape pod. You can jump onto an escape pod.
You don't know of any escape pods. Oh, on your ship?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're gonna just call over the radio to.
And tell Cham,
Okay.
just get on a space pod.
Okay. Does it occur to you that you have no way of rescuing the escape pod currently?
I just want him to get
Okay,
on
great.
the
Okay,
escape
that's fine.
pod.
I'm
This
just
is, I'm
checking.
not thinking in my right
Okay.
frame of mind.
I'm just checking. I'm
My
just checking.
buddy's about to get blown up.
It's true. Rye or Davis, you have launched yourself into the void,
Yeah.
and the airlock is open. Are you going to get on and get onto the Montero?
Do I know anything else about the self-destruct?
I don't.
So-
Do you? I don't know. Like,
Like-
Miller, has self-destruct ever been initiated on the Montero?
No.
No, you know nothing. Or have you actually? Has Davis ever been a pilot on a ship that had to activate self-destruct?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know. Davis sounds like a crasher, not a self-destructor.
Yeah.
Self-destruct and crash is a good method.
Well, when you push things to the limit, sometimes
Everybody
they
to the limit. Come
self-destruct.
on, Bahuka gods.
Dun-dun.
So, I mean, if you think so, maybe, but I don't think that you've had a ton of experience with self-destruct systems. Unless you want a different backstory. A very tragic one.
There.
Oh.
No.
So, the airlock cycles. You step out, and the inner airlock doesn't open. And Cham just, so like over the radio, you hear Rye saying, get to the airlock, or get to the escape pod. You can get to the escape pod. And then Cham cuts through that and just says, look, this ship is going to explode and destroy everything near it unless we get it away from here. So one of us has to pilot it out. I'm on this ship. If you jump off now, that's your best shot of getting back on the Cronus. And Rye's over there. I know Rye can get that working. She's got this.
I can set it to self-pilot. We don't need somebody on the ship.
And you hear 2 minutes. Like, can you do that fast and get back off?
The ship is already pulling away.
Yeah.
Just suit up, Cham. You've already set the ship to go.
He's
get
already
off here.
suited up.
For-
He says that, like, I just said it to pull away. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not going to get away far enough. You know that. Like,
Oh, he's gonna jump.
no, he was suited up before, remember? Because I think you all told him everybody to suit up just in case.
Yeah. The
Like,
ship isn't
So
gonna get.
so Cham you can see him kind of pressed up against the airlock window. Like tears are streaming down his face. And he is like, you have to jump now or you're not going to get back to the Cronus.
You
You
just
need
hear.
to help Rye. She's going to be able to repair the ship. I know she can do this. Nobody else is going to be able to repair it like her.
Okay.
You got this, Rye.
Don't do this to me, Cham.
Keep him alive, Rye. Just do that for me, okay? Are you going to try jumping back?
Yeah.
Great. Why don't you roll agility and mobility?
Can we all get Cham tattoos?
Agility, ability.
I think it's pretty selfish of Cham.
Damn, Cham. Damn.
Damn it, Cham.
Cham!
Yeah, I got some 6s.
Okay. Any ones on your stress?
Nope.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool as a cucumber.
That was good.
Great. How many 6s did you get? Because I probably should have given you a penalty.
6s.
Great. That's fine. So the last thing you see of the Montero is Cham's face, like, in the airlock window.
Oh, does he do a salute with his captain hat on?
Sure, absolutely.
Does he have the
Absolutely.
captain on top of the suit?
Yeah, no, remember, he had taped it to the outside of his.
Gosh.
So you just see Cham, like, tears streaming down his
Oh my
face.
God.
And he's just like,
Official.
and then you kind of tumble off into the void, and he heads back to the bridge to. And you can see that the Montero turns a little more than it needed to, wobbles a little bit, and then heads away from the Cronus.
My ship.
Your ship, yeah.
So, you hear over the radio 1 minute, and what are you asking Mother?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering how that was going to.
I was like, I just look at Karen or Clayton.
Karen.
Cannon now.
Karen, Clayton.
Karen.
So we all call her.
Clayton. So sad.
Would Mother be able to like actually diagnose what's wrong with the current ship that we're on?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
That's what I'm
you will discover a few things here. So there's kind of I remember, like, this is kind of a heated moment of, like, typing back and forth, asking Mother some questions. This is old technology. Rye, what is Rye doing?
I am bawling my eyes right now.
Okay. So I think that,
Give me another stress.
okay. Probably should have
Stress,
given all of you
please.
stress.
Stress, please.
So the camera keeps cutting back and forth between Davis flying through space, Rye bawling her eyes out, battering against the sealed door.
Yeah.
Did I get any stress from that?
Sure.
From, like
Sounds
going
good.
back and forth in space?
Sounds great.
Explode.
I'm going to give you stress for realizing that you were in here and you don't even know what question to ask.
Yeah. I'll take it.
You already got your stress.
You want to know how I got this stress?
So the camera cuts back and forth between these scenes. You are here kind of like a little bit lost in Mother. And you are just, outside the door to Mother. You're not like mechanically frozen anymore, but like it seems like maybe you are feeling alone and cut off.
Can it be
not
anger?
sure who to trust.
Can it be anger?
You can absolutely turn
Yeah.
to anger after time.
Yeah.
So,
Rage.
great. So you are becoming increasingly angry right outside the door to Mother. Wilson, you and Karen get up. So, like, you'll ask questions like, Mother, why did the self-destruct on the Montero initiate? At which point, Mother reports that displacement drive malfunction, cascade failure caused the fission reactor to go critical, and there was no, and so basically you hear that, and then there's the Cronus shakes a little bit, and Mother reports, USCSS Montero is lost. Okay. Great. Sure. I will not refuse that request for stress.
Chap's my best friend.
He is. He was your best friend.
Oh, I should change the question mark on here to just rest in peace, Cham.
Rip Cham.
Rip Cham. Was that his first name? It's Rip Cham.
Chap.
Rip Cham and Karen Clayton.
Karen Clay.
We'll spin off. That was spin off.
Actually, so I will give you one chance. Before it explodes, you do ask Mother, like, Mother, stop the countdown on the Montero. And Mother just reports request denied.
Okay.
Keep in mind, the rest of you don't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Okay.
You weren't allowed in the special room. You're not allowed in Mama's room.
Mama, can you hear me?
No.
Mother, also, when you ask, like, what do we need to do what's the status of the Cronus?
the Cronus.
Mother reports that to restore full full mobility, you need to repair the comm array, the engines, and the air scrubbers. It's actually, technically, she says, to return full mobility to the Cronus, comm array and the engines need to be repaired. To preserve an environment suitable for crew survival, you need to repair the scrubbers.
Okay. I would like to ask Karen.
No one is with the Cronus crew at this point, are they? Great.
Well,
No.
absolutely not.
Nope.
Sounds good.
I like it.
I mean, I guess give me 10 minutes to just sit
How's
here
everybody
and
gonna
wallow.
die if we're not split up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, since I'm by the airlock, could I just de-stress by sitting here and
Do
wallowing?
you consider this to be a safe environment?
There's a wall here, and I can see the hallway.
Okay. So you want to sit here and cry for about 10 minutes?
Yes. Thank you. Let me cry for 10 minutes.
Great.
Can I get back in?
Sure. I think actually so it'll take you a little while to recompress. So I think actually what you need to do is you come in through the airlock. You seal the airlock behind you. You're still in a vacuum. You then open the door that she's on the other side of, which will then make her fall over and all the air will rush out to you.
Okay.
Also, by the way, you have an air supply of 5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Can you roll 5 dice?
5 regular dice.
Sure, doesn't matter. Did you get any 6s?
I got 1 6.
Great. Your air supply is now 4. So, that's what happens. It's basically the end. So about like 10 minutes later, I think, is when maybe we will reconnect with everybody.
Yes.
You can think if there's any other questions that you want to ask Mother. Remember, you do know some things about the previous mission, or the mission of the Cronus. So if there's any details you want of that, let me know.
Yes, I would like to specifically know. I guess anything about the actual, like, what went down in the mission.
Sure.
That the crew won't tell us, or that the crew that's alive doesn't have the information
Okay.
for.
So the two of you, Rye and Davis, will reconnect. Rye, you're kind of. Are you an ugly crier, a quiet crier?
I'm an ugly crier.
Great. So you.
Oh, if she comes at me, I'm gonna just like if you try to come for me, I'll probably swing at you.
So your ugly
Yeah.
crying
Yes.
is interrupted by the bulkhead behind you opening.
Yes.
As you tumble back and the air rushes past you, and Davis is above you. You can attempt to comfort an ugly crying Rye and get punched if you would like.
Yes. I'm aggressive at this point.
Great. So the two of you are going to fight.
Well, I haven't done anything.
No, but I
Or
mean,
the-
if you try to
Okay,
come
great, okay.
towards me, I'm just going to be aggressive. But if you're not, I'm just going to sit here and cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna note that Rye is there. I'm gonna head back to.
Okay, so you're going to step over Rye?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
I want to head back to the other crew.
Rye, you got a great chance for a sneak attack.
Nah,
Okay.
I'm good. If she's not going to come do anything to me,
Doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
All right.
okay.
What is Davis's opinion of Rye at this point?
Davis's opinion of Rye.
Yeah. It seemed like you. I'm curious because it seemed like you saved Rye.
Oh, for the.
Like you don't have to share. I just
Yeah.
like this is a chance to maybe to get in the mind of a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything that, like does Rye have a strong opinion or does Davis have a strong opinion of Rye at this point?
It's a Rye cry.
Right, cry.
Davis is trying to preserve the mission. And
Emotionally
preserve-
detached.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we
I'm gonna
go.
do this.
Preserve the
I think
assets.
this will make it more dramatic.
Rye being one of the
You can
assets.
read all of the text in here.
Okay.
Clayton will confirm its accuracy if you ask her.
Yeah. Davis is emotionally detached. That's
Okay.
the word.
You've been through this before. You don't.
If I said anything that contradicted what's in there, let me know so I can attempt to resolve it. But I don't think so.
No, I think you did. I'm just gonna actually write this.
So what about you, Miller?
Well, I've been frozen for a while.
Yeah. And so it seems like you've been getting angrier and angrier during this.
Yeah.
The door to Mother is still closed.
Yeah.
It's been a few minutes. Montero's destroyed. What would you like to do now? Are you going to wait for them to come out of Mother? Are you going to go back to the med bay? I believe Davis is heading to the med bay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great.
Wait here
You're going to wait here?
for them to come out.
Great. So you're going to head to the med bay. You're crying.
Yes.
You're waiting for vengeance. You're reading exposition. Okay.
Are we gonna get any exposition?
I do feel safe in this hallway.
Do you?
I thought you were mad. I thought you were rage.
You'd be mad and safe at the same time. I can vouch for that.
He's mad that he's safe.
I'm so focused on like my anger, like I don't have
So
any thoughts.
do you
of
know what you're going to do when they
danger.
come out of here? Okay.
I do have a question about my coffee.
Okay.
Yes. My belief is that it exploded in the explosion. I don't know if any point. I was guessing I had the one that I consumed earlier.
Sure.
If there's any effects or anything.
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
So, as this is perhaps what I would say is that during the heat of the moment,
Yeah.
you were a little focused. Now that you're kind of walking back to the med bay, it's dawning on you that your supply is now scattered across deep space. You do think that the med bay probably has something that'll take the edge off.
Ooh, excellent.
You hope.
Okay.
Great.
I'm on my way there.
Okay. So you're on your way there. Do you suspect anything as you enter the med bay?
That's a loaded question.
I mean, I still have my axe.
Okay. Yep. But like, you're not like walking each corridor with the axe held up, right? You are like
No.
striding
Yeah.
towards the safety of the med bay.
Yep.
Great. When you turn the corner, you are
Oh my gosh.
you are
Oh, good
surprised to
golly.
find Flynn, hands bloodied, face like seized in a rictus snarl, holding the shirt of John's, the XO. John's face bloody, crumpled. You see Reed laying face down on the other section of the med bay, and you
Reed's my
just
favorite.
see Flynn like punching into John's face, with John not moving at all. As you turn the corner, and you just see Flynn like look at you, snarl, and toss John's body into another corner of the med bay.
Oh, good
Oh,
golly.
like superhuman? I don't see this.
Not superhuman.
Okay. And snarl in kind of an inhuman sort of a way.
Two
No,
down,
very,
three to
very
go.
human. Very,
Okay.
not like
Is this the guy that
Happy
had
human?
the
Okay.
like the scientist dude?
Was this the one who thought that the world was gonna end?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one who all of his friends were dead.
Yeah.
All my friends are dead. Everybody.
What'd you get?
3.
Great, I got a 5.
Like this.
What would you like to do?
I think we're gonna do some ranged combat.
Are you just gonna throw the axe
Oh my
again?
God, you're gonna ask?
I don't know, like,
Oh, you're
Wait,
gonna
this game
ask
is actually really
him
forgiving.
a question?
You gonna throw the axe again?
what if you tie a string to it? Like a yo-yo.
I mean,
my
the
God.
thing- okay, I only have ranged combat. Like, I don't have any
could still-
abilities.
No, it's fine. I just asked if you're throwing it. I didn't judge you for doing so.
I mean, I feel like it's a theme at this point.
Throwing things.
Yeah.
I would really love simple
Yeah,
sure.
damages here. Great. So why don't you give me an agility plus range combat, and I believe I give you a -2 penalty for throwing a ridiculous thing. You good with this?
Yeah. So
-3.
I think I said minus. Did I say -3? I thought I said -2. Do you recall?
-2. It was -2.
Great, -2.
All right. 5. Wait, -2.
I'm really curious what Chad is thinking. I have not been able to pay attention.
Oh, they're
7.
saying yay damage.
Hooray, violence!
10d6 plus 10 damage.
Yeah, there's a fireball.
PCP rage style.
All right.
Yeah.
Axe
Wow.
to the face.
So I don't have damage for an axe, but a knife does 2 damage.
But there's an axe,
Axe
in
is
the
probably
game.
more.
Yeah, I feel like axe. There's a cutting torch here. So I feel like axes may be up there.
All right. Okay.
That's a Uno.
I got a 6, and I did get 1.
Do you
I'm an
want
alien
to
face dice.
push?
Get to the limit.
Yeah. So do I get to re-roll my 1
You
then?
get to re-roll everything that wasn't a success.
Sure.
Great. So here's an additional stress.
Okay.
Now re-roll everything that was not a success with an additional stress die, and hope
Okay.
you don't get a 1 again.
Wow, that's a lot of
Stress.
stress.
One more 6s.
Woo.
Oh, you
That-
take that many damage.
Oh, no.
Oh, the
No
death
ones on the stress
noise.
test
Hey.
Well,
All right.
though. Ooh, that's a lot of 6s.
Nice,
6,
nice.
6,
Like
5,
6,
6s.
6, and no ones.
Excellent,
Booyah.
Ooh, I like seeing those 666s.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's like
Hell,
5.
Pretty
Okay.
good.
So how many 6s? So you got like 3
5
6s.
6s. 5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So are we hailing Satan? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
the ruler of the underworld.
Like, so.
Cham ascends to godhood.
I like blowed up myself in a ship, and that was pretty cool. But now I'm in hell.
Oh, it's like
so
I
I'm
imagine to be
gonna-
like Phoenix, like when the ship explodes and like Jean Grey is now just like the shape of a giant celestial.
And
phoenix.
then Cham sucks all the
Yeah.
energy into himself. He comes back as Dark Cham.
Dark Cham. Next time on Alien RPG.
Dark Cham.
Dark Cham.
So,
I love references.
I'm going to say that an axe does 3 damage. Flynn was not wearing any armor, so he was not a super sturdy person. So he runs at you and just he snarls at you, turns, tosses John's aside, starts to run at you, and the axe just catches him like right in the chest. Can you roll 2d6 for me and tell me the 2 numbers, and we will see what sort of critical injury.
5 and 5.
5 and 5, 55.
A flesh wound. Tis
Just a
a
scratch.
No, I'm sorry. It's not a flesh wound. So you throw your axe.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah, that's right. You threw it.
I threw it.
You throw your
yeah.
axe. It hits him in the leg and nearly cuts his leg off, basically. And he just collapses to the ground, screaming and like slowly crawling towards you.
You have another axe?
Nah. Kick him.
Ooh, just a.
So his action is going to be to crawl towards you,
Okay.
dragging his
Oh.
shattered leg basically with an axe sticking out of it.
Oh, the axe is in there.
Yeah, the axe is in his leg.
Okay.
Ooh, it's like
and he's just dragging
that
towards
foot
you, and you
probably
can
is,
see
like,
blood
digging,
pooling
like,
behind
you know,
him.
going like this.
But he's not moving fast enough to get to you and do anything. What would you like to do?
Kiss him.
That's the real ship.
Sorry.
The ship the whole
Flynn
time.
and Davis.
USS CSS Romance.
I want to.
So you read the whole. So you know what's going on.
Yes, I didn't memorize it, but I know the gist of it. I took
Great.
some notes.
Yeah.
But you know what's going on with her.
Oh,
and
do I?
Flynn. Okay, here I'm going to point out a section to you again.
Oh.
What about me?
Ooh, I want to know secrets. Secrets,
Great.
secrets.
So, what do you do to Flynn? He's now spitting up blood.
Okay. I want to flip him over onto his back with my foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything to him then?
I want to put my foot on his throat.
Oh yeah, I do know
Okay.
that actually. Yeah.
Great. So, are you attempting to restrain him or kill him?
Dude, help.
Restrain him first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why don't you
With
give
foot
me?
on the throat.
Great. Why don't you give me a strength check?
Oh shit! I
Do
got
you have
roll
any
my stress
melee
dice.
abilities at all? Or, I don't believe.
heavy machinery.
I think we established you absolutely do not. So roll strength plus
Strength.
your stress dice.
All right. Oh, that's a lot.
Hey, look at how the stress is pushing you to deal with this situation.
It's all the sixes. We get more sixes.
Yeah, all sixes. 3 sixes, no
Really?
ones.
Yeah.
no
Great.
ones.
Yeah. So
No
yeah. So
way.
How are you crushing it so hard?
yeah. So you
champ.
you put your
channeling
you put your foot
Grace channel.
on his throat.
Yep.
And you hold him down.
Yep.
And he is grabbing at you with his arms.
Like that?
Yeah. Sure. Similar to that. Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
I mean, am I getting any sense now from my detailed understanding of human anatomy whether he's at all alienified, or does this seem like a normal, like just overpowered human
He does not.
thing?
You know, he doesn't seem like he's not super powered. He's not super strong or anything
Yeah.
like that. He is just pissed off and rabid.
Okay.
Oh, did you clean that axe before you lodged it? Okay,
Wiped
never
it
mind.
off.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm sorry, just asking.
Now I'm just having the amazing image of looking at the axe wound, and you just start to see it like venom, like it's healing itself, giving him a symbiote body.
Not again.
So I think that is probably a dramatic moment to cut away to Rise. Anything that you want to do at this point? Do you want to radio maybe? Anybody tell
We
me?
say, Flynn is like, Flynn's gone off the deep end and totally just murked the rest of the crew down here. Captain, do I have?
Wait, do I hear
trying
this?
to?
Yeah, so not only do you hear that, you hear in the background a gurgling, choking animal screaming.
Trying to murder me right now.
Kill it.
Where are you?
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice.
Okay, you're gonna kill him?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Just like come
Sure.
down on the trachea with my
Great,
boot.
here you go.
What?
I'm not here.
It is a inherently
Ignore me.
stressful thing to.
Oh, did you just
kill
like
someone.
order to kill? Oh,
Yes.
damn.
Great. So what are you gonna do in response to this order?
Damn. I think I'm just like, shh. I'm going to then. Everybody else, as far as I know, is dead.
Sure.
I am going to get my hands.
On the radio, actually, no, you haven't given a radio to any of the Cronus. So, no. Great. Go ahead.
I guess I don't know. Like the only like, would I believe more? Let me think in my character. Would they believe more in numbers or getting something substantial in their hand, to like?
How much do you trust the people who are left?
I need people.
Dying?
You
I
see-
trust my crew, so I'll go
Great,
ahead
great.
and
Okay.
Everybody's dying.
So you're going to head to the med bay?
yeah.
Great. So I'm assuming
I'm
when
gonna run
when
to
you're
the med
done,
bay.
great. When you're done, you're going to head out of Mother?
Yes.
Great. Clayton
still have mine?
is certainly letting you go first.
Wilson distinctly notices Karen Clayton letting him go first, and he just picks up a shotgun again, like, okay, kind of going out the door a little bit with the gun raised.
Yeah. So Clayton, for a moment, was afraid that you were going to use the shotgun to make her go first.
No.
And then when you just get ready to go out, she's like,
Oh, you thought no. Oh, I can't believe no. Clayton.
Come on, Clayton.
Silly Clayton. Hey, what was that?
So the door to Mother opens.
Okay, I'm off to the side, waiting
Okay.
for him to come through.
Okay.
So I can sneak attack him and grab him.
Great.
I have a gun.
Oh,
Do either of you have any sort of stealth abilities?
No.
Wilson,
I have observation.
I also have observation.
Are you
And
willing
mobility.
to shoot your captain?
I'm trying to stand like out of the way.
The answer
like,
to
on
that
the side.
is no, but I don't want him to know that.
Okay, great.
But I don't want to waste that precious gun.
Sure.
food.
I'm just trying to see how mean I should be when you are jumped by a thing that you don't know is there.
I was prepared for
You
something.
know how like
though. I
when
don't know
somebody
if that
comes around the
helps.
corner and you just like grab them with I was hoping
while
to
they're holding a
so
shotgun.
mobility-
pointed away.
Mobility
like,
is the stealth
perpendicular
ability.
to
Is
me.
the okay, so why don't you roll agility plus mobility
Okay.
plus your stress?
And should I also roll my mobility?
Roll your observation.
I have so much stress.
So that's
Yeah, everybody better record their stress properly this time.
position 2.
You're welcome to whoever plays me next week.
Is it? So that's the skill with your health as well as
So you would be rolling.
Let me guess, no sixes.
wits.
Yeah.
Plus
typical.
your observation. You can push yourself.
I'm doing it. I'm pushing.
All right,
myself.
push it. So you're at what, 7 now or 6?
Adding a stress die.
All right.
Push it to the.
No sixes.
I don't-
Zero
I've
sixes.
been taking all your
I got
sixes.
2
Xavier.
6s.
So many no sixes.
I don't know what to tell you.
And no 1s and 1 6 on the stress die. I don't know if that means anything.
It's another success.
Okay.
Stress dice are the only thing bad about stress dice is if they roll ones.
Okay, then I got 3 6s.
One of those was a 6 and it changed.
Are you still at no 6s?
Hang on.
Oh my, you are at a lot of ones.
This is.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Javion.
You got a 6. You got a 6.
What?
You got a 6.
That's a lot
Oh,
of
that's
ones.
1 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 1 6.
Okay. And you got 3 6s?
And 3
And
ones.
I got 3 1s on my stress.
Okay. Can you roll a d6 and add to your stress?
These dice do not like you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm so sorry.
God.
I think it also taps a little bit in that box. So when you might get a nicer number, you might.
Six.
It's 6 plus 6.
Ooh, nice.
12.
All right. Well, we have determined
It could not get worse.
Hold on.
You say so.
We have
I'm
deter-
saying I couldn't have done worse.
We have
This is the
determined
worst possible
why
outcome
you
of
did
dice
not
roll.
succeed because you scream at the top of your lungs the moment you see him.
Wow. Welcome.
Hey,
This is
your
my
stress
gun.
level is decreased by 1,
Oh,
That's nice.
That screaming helps. It's very therapeutic.
but you must make a panic roll. So
Okay.
please roll a d6 and add your stress level to it.
Ooh. Will you shoot the captain in the face?
That's a 2.
Plus
so
5?
plus 5. So that's
7.
7. I don't want to waste these bullets. Did I shoot the captain?
No, you didn't shoot the captain.
Oh.
Did I shoot Karen?
Did you shoot yourself?
Did I shoot myself?
So you develop a nervous twitch, which increases your stress level by 1. Would you characterize yourself as a friendly PC?
No.
Great. Then your stress level does not increase by 1. So you nervously twitch and point the shotgun at him. So he has a shotgun pointed at you before you can jump on him. But you're a little less stressed now.
That's good.
Are you still going to go at him?
No.
Okay.
I will put my shotgun down really quick.
Oh, you push the shotgun down.
I grab him.
All right. Okay.
I shoot your feet.
I shoot my feet off too.
You can't just shoot your problems away.
Wilson's going to try. So you grab him. What are you trying to do to him?
I want to slam him up against a wall.
Okay.
You said we're not supposed to ship these two.
Your heart's
body
I got
is telling me no,
Your
but
heart's
my
beating
body's
wildly as you look into
telling me
each other's
yes.
eyes across the distance of inches.
A bead of sweat drips down my forehead and across my cheek.
Inside of the helmet.
I'm breathing. You can see like the fog on like the helmet as I'm staring you down. I've got 2 hands on your collar. You're up against the wall, and I'm just like huffing and puffing as I just look. I stare directly into your soul with like the epitome of rage and fury. And I ask you, speak.
I would like to try to get away from this.
Okay. Well, do you want to answer his questions first or just
He just said
wiggle it?
speak.
Okay, great.
That's not a question.
Sure. So,
Yes. Okay.
so basically,
know
are
what
you
to
going
say.
to attempt to defuse the situation by talking or physically maneuvering out of the way?
I would like to, at this point, I think because the stress is so high, I do think, well, Wilson's intention is not to, like, physically assault him.
Sure.
He is, like, if someone grabs you,
Yeah.
you want to push them away.
So why don't you roll agility and mobility, I guess, or strength and
We're all gonna
mobility, depending on what you
die.
want to do. Why don't you roll strength
Yes.
and unarmed combat if you have it?
No.
You can also roll armed combat if you have that.
I don't have unarmed combat.
Okay. So just give me a strength roll plus your stress.
Strength and stress.
No ones on this craft. That's good. I'm so nervous for you. I want you to succeed in this.
So much stress. Wow, that's a lot of dice
Hey, guess what?
noise.
Did you succeed?
1 6.
I got 2 sixes.
Great.
And no 5. Oh, no 1s on stress.
Okay. You got 2 6s?
2 sixes,
course
but
you
no
did.
ones.
Of course you did.
Great. So what I'll say is that
course you did.
Wilson manages to squirm out of your grip. But then, does Wilson share anything?
I tried to stop the self-destruct. It was denied.
I'm more concerned about why you're not letting me in.
Procedure.
What are you hiding?
Procedures.
I reach over to a coffee table, I smash whatever's on it. What are you hiding?
Oh, the spaceship has a nice coffee.
Like how
The vase with flowers.
Ava just is just off screen, like putting furniture out there for you just to destroy.
Flip the table.
Procedure.
Oh,
There's
Weird.
some things that you're not cleared to know.
So you can see that Clayton is literally standing in the door to Mother with her hand on the keypad to close the door. She's not exited Mother yet, the Mother room.
We're going to need to calm down if we want to survive.
So at that moment,
Great.
Rye, you will turn the corner to the med bay, and you will see Davis pulling her boot off of the uncomfortably twisted neck of Flynn. The kind of like Flynn's head is at an angle that gives you a bit of a neck pain. And you can see that there is the burnt, blackened fire axe buried in Flynn's leg. There's a rapidly growing pool of blood around the bottom half of Flynn. You can see that pool of blood kind of, you follow its advancing edge up until it kind of laps up against John's hair. And you see that there's a pool around John's as well. And you see Reed a little further down, laying face down. There's not a pool of blood around Reed, however.
So she already told me that he started attacking, like Is he one of them?
I don't think so. Didn't seem to be. It was just, I came in, he was wailing on John. Should probably see if she's alive.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and just go into like focus mode,
Okay.
and I have medical aid 2.
Okay.
So I had a question.
Yes.
With those 10 minutes, do I still have a -2 to agility?
No. You do
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Basically, like a lot of the effects from the panic roll, like that's how you get rid of a lot of the effects from the panic roll.
Okay.
Or that's how you get rid of stress. Is like 10 minutes in where you consider a safe space kind of allows you to catch your breath, reset a little bit. I have been keeping the pressure ratcheted on all of you pretty tightly though.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just check, and then I'm in the medical bay. I have. So do I use wits for?
Yeah. So
medical?
She might just be dead.
yeah. So like, I'm not gonna super worry about that. You're checking John's first and Reed.
Yeah, because which has the bigger pool of blood under them?
John's.
Okay, John.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, for a little bit of metagame element,
Yeah.
for the sake of next session to figure out who's gonna play what, I'm actually going to, we're not gonna determine the results of that because that's gonna depend on who kind of comes back to play which character.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So the ultimate fate of Reed and John's will be determined next session.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do something?
Sure. What would you like to do?
While Rye's attention is presumably focused, we'll see in this, Rye's going to be doing and fiddling with people. Two
Fiddling
things.
people.
Okay.
I want to pick up from the beginning one of the black vials of
Yep.
goo and put it in my pocket.
Absolutely.
And I do want to do a quick check for medications or pills
Sure.
of some sort.
Sure. Great. Yeah. So you can do that. I would like to point out to Emma as a player that there's 13 minutes left.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to remind the captain of the same thing, as we're going to cut back to the captain and Wilson. So you basically say, look, we need to calm down if we're going to survive, right?
Still having the shotgun like pointed like off to the side, but definitely
Sure.
in
sure.
the direction.
So let's see. Why don't both of you roll a d6 for me?
Do it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
See who gets the higher number.
No,
That
I
always
want
works.
This one because it's not as big.
Fine. See who gets the
Beautiful,
higher.
beautiful, just not for me.
I'll show you. A 1.
4.
A 1.
Javion.
Wow.
We need to get you new dice for this.
Do you want to
It's
roll
like
my
you're always so
casino?
nice about dice.
My sweet, sweet Javion.
Do you want
They
my
turned on me.
casino dice?
They've all turned on me.
This is so. They're rude, frankly.
Yeah.
Can we, Will, can we ban the dice? Can we ban the dice
We
from
need
chat?
a dice.
chuck it. Chuck it into the
cage,
audience.
Ray. We need a dice cage, please. I demand. What? Oh.
Banzai.
Here we go.
Could you type in ban me, please?
Okay. All right.
Or don't ban me, wink.
So,
Nope.
no, actually, I think I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So, you see this. So when he says,
What?
"Look, we need to calm down if we're going to survive this."
Did you already ban me? Dang
you,
it.
You see, you see like a hand kind of come around the corner and grab the side of the wall.
I'm terrified.
Are you?
I'm more scared of the dice than whatever happens in this game.
And you basically see this kind of come around the corner.
Oh. Beautiful.
So,
Wait.
Let me see.
What a
Oh, well,
monster.
I'm not there. Ooh, that's nice.
yeah,
Oh, it has
so
no lips to kiss, though.
that's why it's so angry.
I cannot kiss.
We did start this game on
Therefore
Valentine's
I
Day.
kill.
Yeah. So you see coming around this corner like a very pale white hand, and it kind of comes around the corner, and you see what you thought was the helmet of a spacesuit is actually the translucent, like elongated head that these little fluids seem to kind of pulsate inside. And you see that this kind of white-skinned, weird creature, roughly draped in a ripped-up containment suit.
Oh.
So it's clearly what you saw in the nest in the reactor room.
Oh. Okay.
Comes around the corner,
Oh.
and you see it rise behind him. And why don't we do initiative?
Behind me?
Probably a good idea.
Yep.
So is it behind me? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Because the
Behind
two of you
me?
are facing each other. He sees it around
Is
one
Karen,
corner.
wait, so is it in the same room with Karen?
You're in the hallway, and we're going to go in initiative
Okay.
as Clayton hits the button and the mother doors close.
Clayton?
And she's in there.
Crafty Jackrabbit. Clayton. Oh my god.
Ooh, let me do the alien noises first.
I'm not sure it actually has a mouth.
Oh, does it?
Well, make other sounds with other parts.
It kind of has a mouth. Great. So, what initiative do you have?
What part that was. It's
What do you have?
4.
Great. So you see this. What do you do?
I kick Wilson
Okay.
backwards
Into it?
into the creature,
If I was the one who had the information, that's not.
Why are
giving
you
myself a chance to waste up my incinerator on the next round.
Great. Okay. Well, so you can do that right now. Like, if you just
Great.
are you trying to
Why are
kick
you
Wilson
killing
into her?
Yeah.
Or into it?
Wilson?
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Or just kick Wilson out of the way.
into the way.
So you want to incinerate both of them?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Yes.
You're gonna
So why don't you give me a strength?
just because you hate
good
him.
captain.
Give me a strength and unarmed combat roll.
Sorry, I didn't let you go into the special room.
Strength plus
really?
unarmed combat roll. Why don't you give me a
You know you're gonna get a lot of
agility or
stress from
strength
killing your own
plus
crewmen.
mobility?
Yeah.
So strength plus
Makes
mobility?
sense.
Yep.
Makes
Or
perfect
agility plus mobility.
Counter
Whichever you-
agility,
Strength
You
4.
need more dice? I got more.
I think this is good.
Wow, Javion. Wow.
Javion.
Brutal.
If he
Dang!
misses, can you light his leg on fire?
You know what I imagine you do is like you kick him and you're like, you got the security code to hell.
I do regret that I never got to punch an alien and say welcome to Earth. Okay, so I'm rolling
There's still
strength plus
time.
stress, right?
Sure. Yep.
That's 3 6s.
I mean, to be fair, you are.
Why?
He is the embodiment of corporate.
Why?
And corporate
You don't
ones,
need
too.
that
That's the
many.
best part.
You don't need that many.
It's,
Hold on,
it's, I did the
let's see how
dartboard
many
spinning.
sixes you get.
I'm gonna get like 0.
No, I hope you get all 6s.
I got 3
We
sixes.
got 3 6s.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, then Ty goes
And
to the
a
actor.
1.
All right, sweet. I got also
and-
1
and a
on
1?
my panic.
Okay, roll for a panic check.
I'm not rolling in there this time.
Can I just pull the
Whoops,
trigger on
sorry.
the shotgun? It was pointed at him.
A 1!
No,
I
it was-
got
it was
6!
pointed at the ground.
Wow!
Wow,
Great,
look,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
look at
great.
All you needed to do was admit your murderous instincts, and we got through this fine.
All I had to do
Chat came up with the best line.
was turn to the
you
dark
could
side.
tell Wilson,
Yep.
you're fired.
So, I'm gonna let you kick him out there and
That's
pull
awesome.
the trigger.
Yes.
So, do you have ranged combat?
I do.
Okay. So agility
Okay.
plus ranged combat
Okay.
plus stress.
Oh man.
All right.
I mean, this is probably not going to go well. Again, my character had all
3.
the information.
Agility's
Sorry,
3.
Joe.
Range combat 1.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stress 5.
Actually, can we say Davis is the captain now?
I think you should have made Davis the captain.
I'm actually in a full agreement.
Well,
Davis
it's
has been the
not-
most level-headed one here.
You don't only have the information. Remember, there's still one more person who has all the information.
Yeah, the one who didn't.
Clayton?
get it,
The one who closed the door on this whole situation.
yeah. And the person who had to actually tell him no got flamethrowered. So I don't know if she's going to want to share this information.
Yeah.
You guys might have a whole.
She's probably not going to get out of that room.
Am I contested by anything?
No, I mean, she's
potentially.
probably not going to want to get out of that.
Okay.
Trying to confirm details.
I need to know if I need to push this, so I'll wait.
Okay. Well, how many 6s are you at currently?
1.
Let's see here.
Oh, dang.
I like this just immediate sabotage.
You're not cleared to know this. You're not cleared to live.
You're not cleared to fire. Well, you just. Oh, Joe's character's dead.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
I was a new character next week anyway, so this is great for me.
So Joe's not going to be able to come back on the show. Be like, well, we were going to have you back,
You stopped
but
Joe from coming back.
All right.
Joe.
So I'm going to give Wilson a chance to try to get out of the way.
Okay.
Then I can
So why don't
push
you
right.
roll agility plus mobility?
So I can push this, right?
You can push this if
All
you
right,
would
cool.
like.
I'm gonna push.
Douse him in gasoline before you shoot the flame.
I just
Here's the bottle.
I need this to work. I'm gonna push and get some
Great.
extra 6s out of this.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
This killer instinct on Javion's part. This is
So
fascinating.
don't forget that you now are at one more
Yeah,
stress.
I put my 6 and I added an extra stress die.
Okay. So you're at 7 stress now, I think.
No, I'm at 6. I was at 5.
Okay. Great. Because that's right. You screamed and brought yourself back down.
Yeah.
I should have
Should have
shot him.
shot him.
How much health do you have?
Me?
Okay, well, that's 1.
there's one.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
2.
Dice are hard to read.
I got 3.
Wow. Yeah.
You got 3. Great. How many successes did you get?
3.
Great. Yeah, you light both of them on fire. That will
Kill 'em both!
That will kill you.
Yep.
Can
Oh,
you
that will kill
can
you?
you roll 2d6
yeah.
for me?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what this is for, but I'm sure it's
That's
something
fine.
fun.
This is gonna be great. Well, it wasn't. No, it's to kill you. It's gonna give you critical injury.
5 and 4.
What's your plan after this?
What are you going to tell the rest of us?
Yeah, we don't know what else is going on.
Oh, yeah, huh?
The only person
I
who
didn't think that
is
far.
you, and then the person behind the door who has all the information that you need.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't think that far ahead.
So your arm burns off.
Yeah.
We will deal with that at another point.
Jeez.
We will need to remember that if you survive, the arm, like this is an entirely chance that it will kill you. If you survive, your arm is burned off.
Okay.
And your suit
Sorry,
is
guys, I just
open.
panicked. I
Yep.
don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I blacked out. Oh, dang.
So you
I'm still like with his one arm, he's writing like a detailed report of this.
but
Scratch into the wall.
I do think that this is actually an interesting scene to end on because I'm gonna fade to black on.
Ian's gonna go.
No, I'm gonna fade to black. On, you lighting up this monster. The fire like streaks across your body, splatters the monster in the incinerator unit, and then it screeches and rushes immediately at the camera, and we're gonna cut away. Although there's probably a scene of like Clayton just watching through the window of Mother, and you can see the reflection of the flames and a spatter of blood on the window.
Gonna report this.
Yep. And I think that's where we're just going to have to end everything.
Oh, no.
I didn't
Well,
die.
oh wait, there's a lot of blood in this scene because also in the other room, you caught somebody's looking for pills. I'm dragging unconscious corpses.
Yep. We don't know what will happen to Davis. We'll see.
I feel like I just
Sad.
won.
Sure. Yeah.
You know this isn't a competitive game.
For various definitions of one, yes.
According to my
No, you did win.
secret agenda
You
here.
are one because you are all alone now. One.
Oh yeah, single.
All right. So that's 9. I think we'll end it there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That was
I
really cool.
I was hoping to engineer a few more deaths, but I feel like we have a very dramatic moment with you that I like. We'll have to see what to do with you.
I'm sad.
I know, aren't you?
Yeah.
There were a couple of moments where I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna. I thought you were doing a different thing with Rye in the airlock. So as we wrap up there, please everybody note your current huge stress levels.
Aha. Stress is good.
All
It
good.
allows me to roll more.
What's your stress level?
4.
Me?
Yep.
I'm assuming I got more after this, but
Oh,
it's,
yeah, that's
it's,
probably true.
I have 6 at the moment, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have more.
Oh, did I write this
If
in
I
pen?
survive.
I did write.
For whatever it matters, Javion, you'll get another stress for lighting a teammate on fire.
Okay.
Just 1? I'm offended. I'm insulted. I'm at least 2 stressed. You see this arm?
Wilson, Miller never liked you, Wilson.
Never liked you.
It's okay.
Hey Wilson. I hate you.
I can't even comment because my arm's broken. Ow, I can hear through the comms. You suck.
And like, I just
Really
want
hate
to, like,
you.
at this moment, an ethereal force ghost Cham just shakes his head.
Was this what Cham would have wanted?
Cham doesn't want
So,
this.
how does everybody feel with how that went?
It's fun.
Gone better for
I
me.
feel like it was kind of awesome.
I'm heartbroken right now. My
I
best
mean,
buddy.
compared to like all the different things that I thought were going to happen, this was pretty cool.
I like that I just didn't have to use any aliens on you
Oh.
because you were more than happy
By
to
the
mess
way,
with
we
each
can
other.
totally
Yeah, we killed
use
aliens
this
like
now.
instantly. We saw them.
Wilson.
Like the first alien we saw, blasted him away. Second one popped at us, blasted that one away
You
too.
left and took
and
a
this
nap.
third one, we're just like
You know,
incinerating.
that
So hold on.
axe
So
is
you,
actually
you
a
thought
very
you thought those
proficient
first 2 were
killing.
the
Throwing,
aliens?
it's really working.
Well, they were definitely aliens.
Sure.
So,
All right.
just saying.
How about my arm? Was it an alien too?
Maybe. We don't know what's an alien.
It was
and
coming
what's
right
not an
for him.
alien.
I wasn't aiming for your arm.
Wow.
Wow.
So if anyone's coming back and are we
Wow.
gonna get? Are you back next week?
No.
Oh, so we
No,
have to find another
I
person
was,
to play monster.
I was trying to set the 2 of them up to die off.
Yeah.
Turns out, too big to fail.
I really should have just like.
Turns out
I was
I'm
like,
just
I'm gonna be a
too
good
good.
guy. I'm not gonna shoot
Too good
Javion.
rolling dice.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that was a
Always
very
shoot
that was a very stressful showdown there.
We're
Yeah.
so cool. We are so cool.
Yeah, Derek, I was outside the ship, outside the airlock, in space, and
Yeah.
you didn't manage to kill me. I don't know
Unkillable.
what to tell you.
Unkillable.
Unkillable. Unkillable.
What's your stress level?
Several.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I thought. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
dude, are you gonna shoot up something later? I don't know. Just saying, you can have a cocktail.
Or some
Of
pills.
bullets. Into your face.
Well,
this with
we
lightsaber.
do have several characters that other players can choose to play now,
Yeah.
Yes.
which will be
That
interesting.
may or may not be dead.
So that may be a thing that you want to think about.
To play a dead character, or
Well, not to play a dead character, because I'm pretty sure the role playing
I'm
there would
still
just be
dead.
pretty simple.
I'll just lay on the table,
Yeah.
which is something you shouldn't do.
But you'll be joining us.
Yes.
Peter will be joining us.
Really?
Peter should be Davis.
You think so?
Just saying.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay. All right. Maybe Peter will play
I
Davis.
can't wait to watch.
Yeah, I mean, like we still have Clayton.
Yep.
We still potentially have Johns and Reed.
So,
Yeah.
so if I pick Johns or Reed, do I get to play laying on the ground in my own blood?
Yeah, sure.
That's gonna be a hard choice for me.
I'm curious if which characters
Yes.
have not exploded that chat would like to see return in some capacity.
I
I'm
mean,
also
you
I'm,
could be Davis too.
I'm very curious.
See Cham return?
I'm very Cham definitely exploded.
Cham can return and be the
Everyone vote for Cham. Cham's coming back.
I'm
Cham,
very
come
curious
back.
if chat thinks that Miller died or not.
Did I? Or did I
Oh,
crush
Miller did
everything
Miller.
else?
Let
Oh,
me
the
rephrase that.
alien
Does
might
chat
jump-
think Miller deserved to die?
Honestly.
Ooh, do people love let's see.
People
The
this cool.
alien was jumping in his face.
And then he kicked me into it.
And I distracted the alien with a distraction, and I blew
With
it
a
up
body,
with
a teammate.
with an
Body.
incinerator. I lit it all on fire. Aliens are notoriously flammable.
Yeah, but it was running right at
Think
you.
of all
So would
that
it be on
goo.
fire and running at you?
Yeah. Now there's a flaming alien coming
With
towards
my
you.
incinerator,
You made it twice as
on.
deadly.
Yeah.
On.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be behind the safe door. I choose to play Karen.
I believe Dark Cham is the forerunner.
Dark Cham.
So Dark Cham saves us all.
Dark Cham.
Dark Cham's Phoenix powers activate. The Cham force comes into it. All right, everybody.
Mother is an option.
Thank you to
kill
all
Mother.
of you for joining us.
welcome.
Banzai, thank you for playing an emotional wreck most of the episode. Thank
Give me
you.
more stress.
Thank you for stepping in to fill Joe Louis' shoes. I hope that
my
he
pleasure.
enjoyed your performance. Thank you, Emma and Javion, for joining us for the first 2 sessions. I hope the 2 of you enjoyed your experience.
I really did.
You got to get a little bit further this time,
Yeah, yeah.
and still you'll never finish. Thank you to everybody in chat who hung out and enjoyed this and speculated. I saw a lot of comments in chat, but I was unable to keep up with them while I was trying to steer the Cronus through this horrible situation. And we will be back next week with the thrilling conclusion, Act 3 of Chariot of the Gods, the alien RPG scenario. Again, we will have Banzai, Joe Louis back if he's feeling better, Markus, and then Peter Atkinson will be playing as well. We'll see what happens. Oof. We'll see how many players decide to attack each other.
I want
Yes.
to play Davis now, I think.
You
Sure.
should play
Okay.
Davis. Trust me, yeah.
Don't forget that we have a lot of other shows on our Twitch channel. We have on Monday nights, we have the Board Games with the Brothers Murph starting at 6 p.m. Pacific. On Wednesday mornings, the Brothers Murph are back teaching people how to paint minis at 9 a.m. And then 4 p.m. on Wednesdays, we have Fireside with Peter Atkinson and Emma. And this season, they're talking through the history of D&D 3rd Edition. That's also released as a podcast edited by Markus on Fridays at 10 a.m. That week's new episode comes out. On Mondays, we release an older episode from the season where we did Magic. And then Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m., a group of local authors will play through D&D. That's the Westgate Irregulars. And then on Friday at 11 a.m., we have Table Takes, where we cover news. That's Emma, Banzai, and I are on that, along with Christian. We cover news, headlines, Kickstarters. We're still in the midst of the Zine Quest deluge of incredible projects that we're trying to talk through.
Yes.
And then at about 12:30-ish, we have New Release Rundown, where Javion has joined us for a number of times. Mox Boarding House does like twice a month. I don't recall who is scheduled for next week, but they'll come out. They'll bring a bunch of games. We will talk about new cool stuff that came out that week. And then 6 o'clock that night, we will see how Alien shapes up. Oh, so it's neat. There's the end of the adventure. Like if those of you who've seen Alien, it usually ends with the one surviving crew member giving a speech, recording something. I'm very curious who is going to actually be recording that.
Aliens, they're bad. In space, though, it's cold. Maybe if the aliens are cold
Okay,
in
so
space.
definitely not Markus.
It's gonna be.
Davis.
I'm just gonna
Davis
say
totally
rest in
gonna
peace,
survive.
Cham.
Markus definitely does not get to read
Alone
that.
in the wasteland. Cham rides alone. Can we do Mad Max but with Cham? Let's get that going.
Mad Cham.
Cham.
Cham needs a spin-off for a cinematic universe.
Well, no, I was going to say, like, Cham can be the one character that appears in every one of these games that we do.
Yes, that's
Yes.
happening.
The one, like, emotionally
Cham.
well-adjusted character.
Just Cham. Just
Cham.
Cham. He's helpful emotionally.
All right, so thank you again, everybody. Enjoy your evenings. We are going to leave.